Okay, so we should have started the stream, supposedly. Yeah, I think so. Seems like it's working. So, I will just wait a bit and fix some stuff. Before we get back into the fun visual novel adventures that await us. I think we are good. Oh, you know what? Actually, you know what? Hello, hello, hello. Yes, okay. Oh shoot, is it not capturing any audio? I know, it's just because there's no music. Well, I mean, honestly, that's it. We're just gonna get right into it. Let me just pull this up. Since I have an iPad now, I can't actually check chat there anyway, so it seems like I'll have to chat, watch my own stream. Oh shit. Okay, I just need to make sure I mute myself. Yeah, I think that's about enough prep. Maybe up to this scroll. And let's get back into it. Oh, right, we're on the letter. What just happened since my last entry, so let me waste no time in beginning. Hello, No Life, 2003. As I mentioned previously, I had begun to develop a cough of sorts during my travels. At the time, I thought nothing of it, just the result of being overexposed to the elements. After all, a handsomely rugged and worldly man such as myself should be used to such things. But I digress. Unfortunately, the more I continued under the blazing sun, the more my condition worsened, until finally my body gave out. The last thing I remember was falling off my steed. Sometime later, I awoke next to a fire with my horse nearby. I myself could not move, as I was held down by illness and sweat, but I was reassured by a man sitting across from me. Upon further inspection, I realized he was a native of this land. I had several encounters with people of the sort during my time on the wagon trail, so naturally I was suspicious and fearful for the remainder of my gold. However, the man said he had no interest in such things. A dry, quiet fellow, and the man told me his name was Lamasi, and that I was in a canyon his people occupied, although they had been driven to a different segment of it years back. His English was quite fluent, and when I inquired, he said he had learned from settlers in the world. Over the next several days, Lamasi would nurse you back to health. He never strayed too far, as he preferred looking after his strange tribe from a distance. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, okay. Let me adjust the volume. Wait, can you hear anything from the Discord?
And what?
Can you hear, like, stuff from the Discord?
The Twitch.
Oh, you're on the Twitch?
No, I'm not on the Twitch.
Oh, no, I mean the Discord stream.
Oh. No, I can't hear anything.
That's sad.
From the game?
You can't hear from the game.
Yeah, I can just hear you.
That is unfortunate. I guess there's no real point streaming on here then. Unless... No, I don't think so. But I guess you... Huh?
Game on,
Can... Oh yeah, we talk in real time in Discord, but if you watch the stream it would be weird.
Yeah.
I don't really know. Without streaming OBS. I don't know. How do you try this? Pretty sure this just shows you the Discord, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't show you the game.
There's like a... If you're streaming the game, like...
Oh, wait.
Can you do like share screen or...
This is the...
Oh, no.
Actually, this is the share screen.
No. Is there like a share screen window for the game?
Well, no, but if I go into screen, I can click it, but it just does this thing.
Oh, let's see.
What if I can stream the Twitch?
I don't.
I don't think it works though. I think the problem is because I'm a Windows 7. Like, you still don't hear anything, right?
I hear your Twitch, but then I also hear the echo. So
Oh, like,
I think maybe like mute yourself on Discord. Oh wait, no, but then there's gonna be like
delay.
delay.
I mean, we can talk like we're astronauts or something. Wait, if there's a delay, then you might as well just watch the Twitch then.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well, I guess we'll just... Wait, do you want me to mute myself, or you want to hear me twice?
I think I'm just gonna watch the Twitch.
Okay, so I should mute myself?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, goodbye. That was weird. But I was able to explore portions of his home. Eventually, I stumbled upon a long-ruined home built into a cave on the side of the mountain. According to Lamasi, there are many more like it, though they originally belonged to enemies of his ancestors. It was then that I realized where I would leave the next portion of my path. At the very least, I can still hear you. Oh, unless you don't want to talk. On my last day with him, I informed Lamasi of my plans, where he casually promised to guard it for me until I returned. But before I left, he pointed me in the direction of a sacred landmark, one so giant and huge, would simultaneously be conspicuous and inconspicuous hiding place. Ooh, reverse psychology. Or reverse psychology. With that knowledge, I bid farewell to my new friend and trusted the gold in his care. Perhaps I'll reward him with some of it on the return trip.
You're my Lamesi, Amber.
Suddenly, my chest feels like a hummingbird is fluttering around it. I shift my eyes away from her smile and hide my face.
Thanks.
When you strip away the circumstances, I guess I did save and protect her like that Lamasi guy did with the miner.
A gorge is like a canyon, right?
Marina leans in closer and points to the entry, strands of her soft hair tickling my cheek. I scoot back and power through it, taking a sharp right to recollect myself.
Basically, yeah.
Marina nearly springs out of her seat in a burst of realization, her head an inch away from smacking into the ceiling.
Oh my god. Does that mean we get to go to the Grand Canyon? Do we get to go to the Grand Canyon, Amber?
Not unless history decides to rewrite itself. There are lots of canyons with ruins. One of them is the Grand Canyon, but most of them have been cleaned out for hundreds of years.
I choked down a groan. Indian ruins aren't exactly rarities around here. Maybe that other entry wasn't so bad after all.
So we're looking for a place that was still being used in the 1850s.
Marina hunkers down and thinks with me, wrinkles forming on her forehead as she tries to strain out an answer. I'm pretty sure she doesn't even know where to start, but hey, at least she's trying.
Well, there is one place.
Marina hardly gets a breath out before I crush her dreams once again.
Not the Grand Canyon.
She slinks back into her chair and quietly pouts.
It's still in Arizona, but it's a different place. Canyon de Chelly. The Navajo weren't chased out until 1863, so the timing isn't too screwy. Place is loaded with ruins, too.
Oh, are they Pueblo in ruins?
My flow of information stops. She knows what I'm talking about? She can ask me to pronounce it?
Yeah. I'm surprised you know that.
Me too.
Yep, I've been reading some of those travel guides lying around. Super interesting.
Those things must be about as old as I am by now. I didn't have the heart to throw them away when I was a kid here freaking out.
Hey, that's how I did it. It's the best way to learn. Anyway, Canyon de Chelly is pretty damn close to here.
There's echo. There's literally no way for it to be echo. It might just be the mic quality. She gasped.
So it might have lined up with the route he took.
Anyway, Canyon.
So it might have lined up.
Well, I can't be 100% positive, but.
I closed my eyes and snapped the book shut, the air between the pages puffing out at us. Then, with one eye open, I shoot Marina a grin. Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Hip, can you confirm if there's an echo? Pretty sure there's a shitty mic. Arizona's highways are infamously boring. Nothing but hills. Up, down, There's nothing interesting to look at.
There's a little bit of an echo.
Really? I don't even know where it could be coming from. Oh, I think I know why. Okay. Let me try something. I'm going to remove audio input capture. Wait, no. I don't know anymore, whatever. Does it really matter? Is it particularly annoying? There's nothing interesting to look at. Both sides of the road are smothered in nondescript shrubs.
It's not that bad.
Okay. It's the part of the country where you just zone out and drive on autopilot. When you finally see a sign for the town of Chinle, I don't know, right next to the canyon, it feels like we're approaching the promised land. Marina looks up from the book she's reading just in time to miss the sign.
Was that it? Are we there yet?
Nah, 40 miles to go still. So about half an hour.
She makes a sound like a pop balloon and goes back to reading. We take an exit in a tiny excuse for a town. One of those places that has a gas station and a few old houses. If I want to fix it, I'll just have to fix it. Next time, I think. I can figure out why it exists. It's like a Monopoly where you buy up all the property you can, even though it's not that great.
This is it?
Marina repeats her earlier question as I slow down to turn left.
Nope. Almost. I don't even know what this place is called.
She makes the pop balloon noise again, but leaves the book closed. When you finally reach Chinle, it's pretty obvious. This is the first real town we've seen in hours. The outskirts are industrial, dominated by what I assume are factories. A pair of stray dogs lope along the side of the road, hungry and waiting. Marina makes a sound of sympathy, pressing her face against the glass as we pass them.
Hey, Amber.
We're not getting a dog.
But they're so cute! And we could dress them up in a bandana and...
No way. I've never gotten why people want to dress their pets up like people.
True. Unless it's Halloween.
Cute.
Marina pouts. I figured she was just joking, but she didn't actually think I would let her get a dog, right? Seems that all is forgiven by the time I pull into a gas station. She's bouncing in her seat with her usual enthusiasm. Or maybe it's her bladder. My second guess must have been correct because as soon as I shut off the engine, she darts out of the RV and into the store. While she does that, I fuel up. No telling when we'll see the next gas station. Could be 100 miles. And this thing drinks gasoline like a thirsty dog drinks water. By the time I finish, Marina still isn't back, so I lock up and head inside. The store is devoid of other customers. It's unremarkable with the usual selection of candy, chips, and overpriced beef jerky. I'm not hungry, I'm just passing time. Soon Marina trots out of the bathroom, glancing around. She spots me and heads over.
Want anything?
Duh, let's see.
Bruh. My money? I leave her to agonize over the candy bars while I flip through some of the travel brochures beneath the window. There are a couple about Canyon de, which is our destination just up the road. There are flyers for other Arizona attractions too, including the non-local ones. Of course, there are a few brochures for the Grand Canyon, plus a couple must-see sites in Phoenix, the capital. Wait, we're in Arizona now? There's even an ad for a novelty called The Thing in Tucson, but that's far out of our way.
Okay, I'm ready.
I turn around. Marina has a couple king-size candy bars in her hands and a large bottle of Coke tucked under her arm.
You seriously need all that?
I thought we could share.
I don't think that helps. She gives me her best offended puppy impression.
Fine, fine.
I still don't want anything, but I can't say no to that.
Here. I'm gonna use the bathroom too. Meet you at the car.
I place my wallet atop the pallet of candy she's carrying and send her towards the attendant. When I come back out of the bathroom, Marina's still talking to the
before
clerk.
RV gets stolen.
Dude, I know, right? There's a bag in her hand, so she must have already finished paying and gotten distracted talking. I joined the two of them.
Closed off, so only the guided tours are open right now.
Marina looks like she's seen a ghost.
What's up?
I take my wallet from where it's just sitting forgotten on the counter.
I was just asking about the canyon and the tours and stuff.
The clerk nods.
Yup. I was saying how if you're here to sightsee, you might have some trouble. A lot of it's closed off because of all the kids coming and causing trouble looking for treasure.
Dude, if it was BO, these are like grown-ass men. Damn, I'm not surprised, but that's frustrating.
What isn't closed off?
Well, there are still some tours you can go on. Most of them, I think. But you can't do the self-guided ones.
What? It's not even a tour, that's literally just a hike. Marina looks at me, eyes wide. Clearly she's expecting some solution from me. I just smile at the attendant
Got it. Thank you.
and lead a dumbstruck Marina out of the store. As I unlock the RV, Marina prances around me.
What are we gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna take a nap.
She stops.
Huh?
I'm tired, so I'm going to nap for a little bit. I checked one of the pamphlets and there's a tour at 6:30, so we'll just join that and then sneak off.
Like, on our own?
Yeah.
Her eyes go wide again.
Amber, you're a genius!
I twist a lock of my hair around my finger and glance away. Her constant compliments are a little embarrassing, especially for stuff that seems obvious to me.
Thanks. It's not much of a plan, though.
Yeah, but at least it's a plan. I thought we were just gonna have to give up or something.
Nah. Rules are made to be broken and all that.
I feel a bit guilty that we'll be breaking rules specifically put in place because of people like us. But I can safely say that we'll be more careful than the average treasure hunter. Just picturing Mariah, I can easily see her smashing down ancient ruins in her search.
But yeah, wake me up at 5:30. Unless you're going to nap too.
Nope, I'm not tired anymore, so I'll just read some more.
All right.
Corners.
Good night.
Night-night.
I leave her up in the front as I head back to my bed and fall into it. Afternoon nap, gang. After bunching up my blankets around me, it doesn't take long to fall asleep. Why is she putting on blankets when she's in the middle of the fucking desert? Actually insane. I wake up slowly, fighting to keep my eyes open. In the back of my head, I feel like something is wrong. Takes a minute before I realize I've overslept. It's 5:45. Marina was supposed to wake me up 15 minutes ago.
Marina?
I call her name, but get no response. Rolling out of bed, I massage my eyes and stumble up towards the front. Of course, she's asleep, sprawled out on the dash with her head buried in her arms. It looks like she's been out for a while. Jerking her by the shoulder, I shake her awake.
What's up, Amber?
How do you voice act that, Jesus? Her speech is slurred by sleepiness. I ignore the temptation to make that "not you" joke.
How's that book you're reading?
It's great. I just put it down to...
A look of shock spreads across her face. Mounting horror takes over as she realizes the time.
Oh god, I'm so sorry. I was just gonna nap, but then I forgot to set an alarm. I mean, to wake me up.
Yeah, that's what alarms are for.
Freaking out, she hurriedly tries to buckle her seatbelt, failing several times in her frenzy. I pat her on the shoulder as I sit down. It's not even a big deal, but she's so worked up.
It's cool. We're not late yet. Ready to go?
Marina just nods, staring at the floor. I buckle up and turn the key. The engine roars to life, and I throw it in reverse. I have to crane my neck to make sure I don't run over anyone. That looks so different in these frames. Road signs direct us out of town towards the canyon. After spending so long on the highway, going down these streets with lower speed limits feels restrictive. From the corner of my eye, I watch Marina. She's being abnormally quiet. She fixes her hair, pops her knuckles, and rubs her shoulders, but she doesn't say anything. Finally, I cave.
What's wrong with you?
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm trying to voice of stress. Maybe I'm more intimidating than I think.
You're being weird. Super quiet.
Oh,
She has a terminal illness.
I didn't know if you were mad at me or not.
What, for falling asleep?
BRB.
Nah, I'm not mad. Trust me, you'd know for sure if I was. I told you it wasn't a big deal, didn't I?
You promise?
Yeah, I promise.
Marina bounces in her seat, immediately cheerier.
Okay, cool. 'Cause, like, if you were mad at me already, that would be a bad sign.
Sign of what?
That we wouldn't be good partners. You know, treasure hunting buddies?
Oh, we're partners now, are we? You're the sidekick, right?
No way. I'm totally the main character. We're here because of me.
I laugh, causing her to turn away smiling. She's a lot cuter when she smiles.
XD.
How do you hear that so quickly? Okay, I don't know. I've been smiling more too, I realize, as I think that starts to make me sad again. Do I really deserve to be smiling right now?
Hey, Amber?
Huh.
Like she read my mind, Marina snaps me out of it.
Can we listen to Super Crush again?
You seriously like that one?
Super Crush was one of those groups that Gramps loved to show off to other people because they were so weird. All the members played a different instrument on each album, so it was like a whole other band every time.
Yeah, it was different, but in a good way.
That's definitely true.
Is that a real band? With one hand on the steering wheel, I dig around in the bin of tapes by my feet. I flick my gaze between that and the road. Eventually, I find the one I'm looking for. It has a Halloween orange case with text that looks like slime. When it starts to play, Marina hums along. She's almost on key. Guess she liked it enough to remember how the songs go. I crank the volume up, earning a grin from Marina. The sound is tinny and distorted at this level. More distorted than usual, I mean. But it's also more fun. Our smiles last all the way until we roll into a nearly empty parking lot. As I turn the volume back down, I can tell she's thinking the same thing I am.
Amber?
Yeah?
Shouldn't there be, like, other people waiting here?
Wait. Oh, god damn it. Okay.
There probably should. What time is it?
Marina twists around and checks.
6:20?
What the hell? Did they start early?
There are other cars around, but they're all unoccupied. My parking job is hasty, and I take up 2 spaces, but don't bother to correct it. We hurry out of the RV. I almost forget the key in the ignition and have to double back to grab it. Marina's already over at an information desk, probably talking to a ranger. But then she turns back to me. The despair on her face is visible even though it's getting dark.
There's no one here!
There aren't any lights on inside either. Probably closed at 6. I vaguely recall reading that in a brochure, but I thought there would still be someone around for the tours.
Don't panic!
I jog back to the RV and unlock it again. Rummaging through the glove box, I pull out the little blue flashlight that Gramps gave me a few years ago. Where are they again? I click it on and off a couple times to make sure that it works. After I lock everything back up again, I join Marina by the unhelpful help desk. She's bouncing on her heels, hands clasped together.
Hey, it's alright. Worst comes to worst, we'll just do it tomorrow.
But what if someone else finds the treasure tonight?
I don't have an answer for that one.
Guess we'll just have to catch up then, huh?
Turning on the flashlight, I swing the beam around. While there's still some daylight left, it isn't much, maybe half an hour at the most.
Catch up to what?
The tour group's silly. Even if we're late, they can't have left that long ago. And they'll be stopping a bunch, so we should be able to find them easily.
By ourselves?
Her voice is almost like a squawk, like a surprised parrot.
Well, yeah. I don't see anyone else around. Do you?
I swivel around, illuminating nothing but rocks and bushes.
Come on, it'll be fine. It's not like there are going to be bears or mountain lions this close to a parking lot.
Those kinds of things live here?
She didn't know that, then what is she afraid of?
Probably. I don't know. But come on, we're wasting time.
Bears in Arizona. Marina whimpers. Then, surprisingly, she grabs my hand. Hers is sweaty and warm. I turn around to look at her and meet her wide eyes. Looks like she might cry and makes me regret being so pushy.
We don't have to do it if you don't want to.
She shakes her head but clings to me like a kid, her free hand buried in my clothes. If it were any brighter out, she'd see my face turn red.
No. Like I said, if we don't go now,
Consent
someone else will
buggers.
beat us to it. Just stay close, okay?
I
Yeah, of course.
can't tell if you're reacting on time or like to something 10 seconds before. She lets me lead but doesn't let go of my hand. A large wind sign marks the start of the trail.
So, are you scared of the dark?
It's like 5 seconds before.
No answer.
But you were fine at Shiprock.
That was different.
Marina's arm jerks, but she doesn't let go.
That was in a town. With people. And roads. And no mountain lions.
The temptation to tease her more is strong, but I don't. Every time a bird caws or something makes the brush shake. I feel her flinch a little. Somehow, even this side of her is cute too. A little childish, sure, but it's nice to have her rely on me to keep her safe. To take her mind off things, I make small talk.
So, what are you gonna do once you're filthy rich from the treasure?
Sorry, what?
I asked what you'll do with your share of the treasure.
Oh, I'm not sure yet. I haven't thought about it.
We're out here looking, and you don't even have a plan for it?
It was a spur-of-the-moment thing. What about you, huh?
I don't know
Tragic
either.
Backstory.
Ha! See, I'm not.
Yeah, but I wasn't planning on looking for it, you know? I haven't spent as much time thinking about it.
I glance behind me to see Marina stick out her tongue. I laugh.
But, let's see. I definitely need to pay off Gramps' hospital and funeral expenses.
Big oof.
After that, I guess I should probably get the motorhome fixed up. It's not gonna break down on us or anything, but it's kind of old.
Why not just buy a new one?
Hell no!
My response comes out snappier than I intended.
It's just that it has sentimental value, you know? I'd rather keep that than buy a newer, better car. I grew up in that thing. I could never just replace it. After that, I'd probably just keep doing what I was doing before I met you.
And what's that?
A future without Marina, blasphemy.
Wandering.
Don't you want to stop wandering sometime?
What's it like to grow up in a motorhome? My steps slow a bit. It's an innocent question, but it hits me hard.
Not yet, no.
What's wrong with wandering? I whisper it. Marina catches up next to me, dropping my hand as she does so.
At least I'm not the only one without a goal.
I pep her in the side and she squirms away a couple feet.
No!
Torque.
It's hard to stay sad around her. As we turn around a curve in the road, the tour group comes into view. Just ahead is a cluster of people, most of them armed with flashlights. It's hard to know for sure, but I can see at least a dozen different figures. The tour guide is shining his light up at a rock face, illuminating some designs on it. Everyone has their backs to us.
Try to be as sneaky as possible. We want to join up without them noticing, like we've been there the whole time.
Does it really matter?
If anyone notices us show up, they might notice when we leave.
Why do we have to join up in the first place?
I don't know how to get to the ruins we're looking for. We'll stay with the group until the tour gets there, and then we'll sneak off.
Oh, great, it's illegal. Marina nods.
Okay, follow my lead. And remember, be as quiet as you can.
We peep forward slowly. If someone were to turn around and see us, we'd look pretty suspicious. But nobody does. The lecture on petroglyphs gets their full attention. Marina kicks a rock and I tense up, expecting that to break the spell. We're close enough now that if it did, it might not matter. We reach the back of the tour group without anyone noticing. We give Marina a thumbs up, which she returns.
Right, you can see the Anasazi ruins. Some of the Navajo people still call the area home. There's a living community in the canyon who...
I'm not too interested in hearing about the history of the place, so I turn back to Marina. She's looking up at the pictures too, though her eyes appear glazed over. When she catches me staring, she blinks and then smiles. I smile back, though. I must look like an idiot just watching her instead of the lecturer. After a minute, the guide's speech concludes and we start to walk down the trail. Much to my dismay, before I can say anything, Marina, the woman in front of us, turns around.
Isn't that just crazy?
Huh?
It takes a second for me to understand that she's talking to me. She fits just about every stereotype of redneck, from the huge hat on her head to the baby strapped to her chest. She'd probably be attractive if not for the layers of sunscreen coating her face. Even though it's nearly nighttime, I make her look like a ghost.
I said, isn't that just crazy? What he was saying about those Indians and how they used to communicate with each other.
Hey, Kona.
Oh, yeah.
Even if I'd wanted to talk to her, I still have no idea what the guy had said.
They were just so darn clever. Really makes you wonder how they all ended up dying out, huh?
I wonder.
I'm pretty sure a lot of them are still alive. And like, some
debatable.
of them live here? In this canyon?
I'm very skeptical about that. I'd heard that much at least, but apparently not everyone did. For a second, the woman looks at me like I'm crazy, but then she busts up laughing.
Sorry, you're absolutely right. I was thinking of them Aztecs down in Mexico.
Yeah, that's pretty redneck, not gonna lie. Her laugh is more like a bray. She sounds like a farm animal. In my head, I keep hoping she'll turn back around and leave us alone. Jesus Christ. But we're not so lucky. She keeps on chatting stuff as we follow the trail. I'm self-conscious about how noisy she's being compared to the low noise level of the others.
Say, is that where the name Texas comes from? From Aztec?
Before I can answer, she starts shouting at someone else.
Howard! Hey, Howard, come over here!
Oh no, the real Keikona. By now, nearly everyone is looking at us.
Ma'am, can you please keep your voice down?
Oops, sorry.
She apologizes loudly. So much for staying inconspicuous. Howard makes his way over. Looks rather defeated, face drooping and shoulders sagging. I figure he's the woman's husband.
Yes, dear.
I was just talking to this girl here about history, and I was wondering, does the name Texas have anything to do with the Aztecs? Since the words sound kind of similar?
I don't think so.
Huh, go figure.
She just talks too much. She cackles again. Beside her, Howard sighs. For his sake, I hope her family's loaded or something. Every time she laughs, the baby on her chest bounces. But the lucky kid sleeps right through it all. Maybe he's used to this.
Anyway, I must have left my manners back in Wisconsin. My name's Linda, and this is my husband, Howard. This little chimp right here
She thrusts herself and thus the baby towards me.
is Dino. Ain't that just the cutest name?
That's a pretty hipster name for a redneck. I just grunt in response, trying to see around her up to where the guide is alternating between shooting Linda death glares and trying to narrate the walk. If he said anything useful about the canyon in the past couple minutes, I've missed it entirely. Glancing over at Marina, who has pulled away a couple feet, it looks like she's enjoying my torture in struggling silence. Tears have formed at the corners of her eyes, glittering in the dying light. They're the good kind of tears, the kind from laughing too much. Her hand is smushed over her mouth, and she's shaking with the effort of staying silent. There's no way I can let her get away with that, especially since I need to get closer to the car for now. I grab her arm and tug her over into Linda's line of sight.
I'm Jane.
The enthusiasm in my voice is so forced.
And this is my friend Lacey.
Is anyone named Lacey? I use fake names just to be safe. Marina simply limply shakes Linda's hand, which has grabbed hers. The mirth has vanished from Marina's face. Good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice strike through. Linda pumps her arm like a guillotine, grinning broadly and yet still managing to walk.
It's so good to see young people taking an interest in nature and history and all that. Are y'all from around here? We're originally from Tennessee, see, but moved to Wisconsin and...
Having been properly introduced, I leave Marina to suffer through the family history. I shift away and walk ahead, passing by most of the tour group so that I can better hear the guide. For a while he talks about the wildlife and history of the park. After a couple minutes though, the lessons become more relevant.
We'll be coming up on the Mummy Cave ruins here in just a little bit. That's one of the better-known sites in the canyon. 700 years ago, it was a bustling Poblonian village. We can't get too close to the ruins, so unfortunately it might be a little too late to really see them clearly tonight. While the Mummy Cave itself hasn't ever been open to the public.
That's all I need to know, so I start to slip back towards Marina. It looks like she's still being held hostage by tales of Wisconsin family adventures. Linda notices me approaching.
Oh, Jane, there you are. I was just telling Lacey about one of the cows I helped birth when I was younger.
I'm not sure how the conversation went from introductions to cowbirth in such a short span of time, but I'm not curious enough to ask. When I rejoin Marina, she mouths two words.
Save me!
I don't know how to get out of this one. Annoyance aside, it will be impossible to slip away with Linda's attention on us. But it seems we're in luck. As we go around another bend in the road, something more interesting than Marina and me comes into view.
Oh, Howard, look! This is it. This is one of those mummy ruins I was telling you about.
This guy is actually dead inside. Linda elbows forward, moving ahead of us.
You girls make sure you get a good spot. You're gonna want to see this, even if it's dark out.
She forges ahead, her husband trailing dutifully. As he passes, I think I hear him say sorry, though I'm not certain. Once they're out of earshot, Marina makes a sound like a train letting out steam.
Oh my god. I thought I was gonna explode. My ears are...
The text is faster.
Saw you laughing and figured it wasn't fair if I was the only one who suffered.
I'd take it all back if I could. Seriously though, first she was talking about herself, then about her kid, then about her childhood, and then she started talking about growing up on a farm. Somehow she ended up going on about cows having babies and how messy it all is. I don't even know.
What, you're not interested in that stuff?
Ew, no! Gross, gross, gross!
She wrinkles up her face as she says it. I giggle, but then turn serious real fast.
Okay, but listen. Because it's dark, the group probably isn't gonna stop to look at the Mummy Cave ruins for very long. So we'll have to wait until we can sneak away again, and then go over there ourselves.
How far away are they?
No idea. I can't see from here. Just follow my lead again.
Got it.
We've been at the very back of the group the entire time. People right in front of us are much less interested in us than Linda was, so I don't think anyone will notice if we go missing. When we reach a railing, the guard stops to point out the ruins. They're across a small valley, a couple hundred yards away. In the darkness, it's almost impossible to see them. They're just a dark smudge against the even darker backdrop of the mountain. Marina and I are a few yards away from the group, too. I pretend to inspect something on a rock, though there's nothing there. As a short speech ends and the guide starts to leave everyone on again, I dart behind a rock and crouch down. Marina quickly follows. I can see her start to say something, but I cup my hand over her mouth before she can get a word out. Silently, I shake my head. Marina nods twice, so I uncover her face. In my head, I count to 60. Once a minute has passed, I peel myself away from the rock and stand back up.
We should be safe now.
Marina's face lights up and she claps her hands. I notice that she's taken out the journal page with the hiding spot again.
That was so cool! It was like something out of a video game where you just sneak away right in front of everyone.
I guess so, but we still can't be noisy. They're not going to be that far away. No flashlights either.
This close up, I can see her face fall at that.
Don't worry, I'll be right beside you.
Are we just gonna hop the fence and walk over there?
There's a fence?
Unless you have any better ideas.
What if they catch us?
Then they'll throw us out.
We're not gonna get arrested for trespassing or anything, are we?
Probably
Nah,
not.
that'd be too much trouble for them.
I say that, although I don't actually know.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. The uncertainty in her voice is obvious. I grab the paper from her hands and stuff it into my pocket.
Let's go. The longer we wait, the more likely it is that they'll notice us missing.
I stroll over to the metal rail, hoping that I sound more confident than I am. Honestly, this is pretty risky and more than a little stupid. But it's also exciting. I duck down underneath the rail. After a moment, Marina does the same. We're officially out of bounds. Across the small field, I can still just barely make out the shape of the ruins. They sit close to the mouth of a large cave that runs up the mountain like a star.
Okay, come on.
There's an incline, but it's not too bad. Next to me, Marina spreads her arms out for balance, but I'm confident enough to not need to. Crossing over to the ruins themselves will be the riskiest part. There's no cover, and anyone who happens to look over will see us. We just have to hope that the tour group has moved to somewhere without a line of sight on us.
Okay, hurry.
I grab Marina's hand again and start to run. She struggles to keep up, so I slow down a little bit. It takes maybe 2 minutes from one end to the other. When we reach the far wall, Marina's breathing is strained.
Don't do much running, do you?
Not it. Oh.
Every word is punctuated with a pant. I'm winded too, but I find my lungs to not shred. I have to look strong for Marina.
Ready for the fun part?
Is it actually fun?
Not
You tell
yet.
me.
We've still got to get up there.
I point to the lip of the cave, a good 50 feet or so above us still. Marina's face goes pale. She stares at the sheer wall in front of us.
We're not gonna have to climb that, are we?
How else?
I just stuck on top of a hill. I'll wait a second for the shock to hit her face before I laugh and shake my head.
Just kidding. Come over here.
Oh. A short distance away is a slope, somewhat steep, but not too long. It leads up into part of the cave close to the ruins.
We actually do have to go up this one.
Her face still looks doubtful.
I don't know if I can get up that.
Stop being a
Sure you
pussy.
can. It's easy. Look.
Balls to her attack. I hike up a couple of steps. Dirt and a bit of gravel tumble down past my feet, but it's mostly stable.
It's almost all dirt. If it was loose rock, we'd be in trouble.
Still looking uncertain, Marina takes a careful step up behind me, then another. She slides back down a little bit with each step.
Try to spread out your weight a little more evenly. You don't want to lose your balance and fall over.
By doing what I say, she's able to reach where I'm staying.
Good job. Now just do that like 50 more times.
Physics. Marina groans, but I've already started. I glance back behind me. She's traveling only a couple steps back. For all her worrying, she's doing okay. I'm just about to compliment her when I feel the earth shift beneath me and my foot slides loose. With a yelp, I lose my balance, arms filling as I try not to fall. Then, faster than I can process, Marina's arm shoots out and grabs my sleeve. She tugs me back upright.
Are you okay? Oh my god, is your ankle alright? It's not broken, is it?
Panic is clearly painted across her face.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
The only thing injured is my pride.
Are you sure?
Yeah, thanks. Good save.
We climbed the rest of the way together, but slowly. At the top, both of us stretch and catch our breath.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
Besides the part where you almost died, maybe.
I didn't almost die. Besides, that's what I have my sidekick for.
She gives me a playful shove.
Hey, I told you, I'm not the sidekick here.
You kind of are.
Uh-huh. You'll still have to earn the title of captain. Or commander. Whatever it is. And you can do that by finding this thing before I do.
Wait, did they even bring the metal detector? Now that we're actually up in the ruins themselves, it's smart could just how tough this is going to be. The cave stretches a long way, like a deep scar in the mountain. This is weird. There's literally a cave that just goes up and then it opens into these rooms. The clay buildings, some barely as tall as we are arranged throughout. They say this was a village, but it's hard to imagine anyone living here. Everything's so cramped and small.
Where do you think we should start?
Hard to say. It won't be anywhere obvious. Remember, people have been studying this place for decades.
What if someone already found it? Like a long time ago.
Shrug, but that's probably impossible to see. The sun has now gone entirely down, leaving us in shadow darkness. I wonder why Marina doesn't seem bothered by it this time.
If they did, then I haven't heard anything about it. We've just got to start looking. Try to be careful, though.
I feel bad being here. Maybe this was a bad idea.
Be super careful then. And watch for spiders!
I flick on the spare flashlight and pass it to her, just in time to see the look of disgust at the mention of spiders. We split up staying close to each other, but not overlapping when we look. I get down on my hands and knees, shining light into every corner and cranny that I can. I worry that our lights might be visible from a distance, even though they aren't very powerful. The only alternative would be sneaking over in broad daylight, and it would be much more likely to be caught then. I'm not finding anything except dirt. I brush my fingers along the clay bricks in hopes of finding a loose stone or secret compartment, but there's nothing like that. Nearby, Marina's doing the same thing. She's hitched up her dress so that doesn't drag on the ground. I force myself to look away rather than stare. She offers quite a view, though. After a moment, Marina giggles. I'm not sure why. I haven't spoken at all because I don't want her voices to echo in the cave and give us away. Silently searching gets tedious fast, so I decided to try whispering.
What's so funny?
Oh yeah, that was some nice whispering.
I don't know. Everything, I guess? I was just thinking how weird this is.
I did not whisper it.
Like, it's just so random, you know?
Alright, Aristotle.
Who's that?
Yikes.
Never mind. But yeah, it is kinda crazy.
In her defense, I don't think Aristotle has anything to do with probability. Deciding that the building I was scouring is a lost cause, I'll move on to the next one.
I know it's probably not a big deal for you since you do this stuff all the time, but this is honestly the most fun I've ever had, I think.
Destroying ancient Native American landmarks?
Yikes.
I'm being careful, super careful, but just in general, being out here on the road. I thought maybe I was making a mistake when I left, but not anymore.
I'm glad.
And I am. I really am.
Guess it worked out well for both of us.
I can't see her from here, but I know she's smiling. And she giggles again.
Oh, Amber, you're a big ol' softy after all, aren't you?
I'm not.
She's just dead
I
inside.
take it back. I should have left you on the side of the road.
This time we both laugh. After that, we lapse back into near silence. Just the sound of us crawling around, or occasionally moving to another building to search. Soon, the happy atmosphere starts to dissolve as we start getting frustrated. Or at least, I do. It takes maybe 20 minutes before we look over all the buildings. There aren't too many, and combing over them isn't that hard. But we don't find anything. Not even a clue or hint that we're in the right spot. Sighing through my nose, I just started double-checking some of the larger homes. All the falling and bending is starting to take a toll on me. When I straighten up, my back is sore and sweat presses hair to my forehead. We should have brought some bottles of water with us. I lean against a rock wall and massage my shoulders. Marina finishes up a building and then joins me. She's biting her lip, frowning a little.
Any luck?
Nope, nothing. You?
Uh-uh.
We both pause, silent.
So... that's it, right? Like we've checked all the buildings?
Can't be. We must have missed something. I'm going to try checking out the cave itself.
She just stands there. Watches as I head over to the far side. I shine my flashlight up and down and up again, examining every inch of the rock. There's gotta be a crevice where the gold is stashed. He did not bring a metal detector. Okay, well, they can't really, I guess. Or some other hiding place. There has to be. But none of the cracks are wide enough or deep enough for something like that. A few minutes later, and I pass by Marina, still in the same place. I check her face as I go. Her eyebrows are furrowed and she looks worried. I keep hunting. Images of Mariah triumphantly holding up the gold spur me on. Just the thought of her smug grin pisses me off. When I reach the other end of the cave, I double back and check it again. And again. Finally, Marina pulls away from the wall. I hear it, but don't see it.
Amber, come on. There's no way.
Her voice is a knife in my heart. It hurts, cause I know she's right. I sigh and flick off my flashlight. Standing there, I look at the invisible ground and have to admit the truth to myself. It's not here. There's no treasure to be found in the Mummy Cave ruins. Either we got it wrong or someone beat us to it. Whichever the answer, there's nowhere else in here that it could be. I make my way back to Marina slowly. It's part of me looking for my DS. I can feel stinging tears of frustration beginning to well up in my eyes, which surprises me. I'm sure Mariah would be laughing at me if she was here right now. Abruptly, I stop walking towards her and spin around. I don't want Marina to see. Why is this so dramatic? There's a sound of crunching gear as she walks over.
Amber?
There's worry in her voice. I shake my head. I don't know if she can see. It's like someone died. She lays her hand on my shoulder and 2 tears manage to leak out of my eyes. I shake my head again.
Amber? Amber, it's okay.
No. I'm sorry. I screwed up. I was
Holy
wrong.
fucking shit, chillax.
There's nothing here.
She is
No,
having
there isn't. Seriously, that's
existential
okay.
crisis. I sob, not even knowing why. Damn it. Damn it. I grip Amber. I wrench my eyes shut before the waterworks really start. It burns, but I manage to hold back. Taking deep breaths, I get myself under control. Wow, the art's changed again. Maybe they have different artists make different panels. I sink down and lean against the wall of the cave. Marina does the same, and then it pushes back into the cave. Our clothes are dusty from being on the ground so much. Marina pokes me in the side.
You okay?
I draw a
Yeah,
rattling
I'm
breath.
fine. Sorry. I don't know what that was about. I just got super frustrated.
Yeah, I could tell.
Can it?
flick her gently on the knee.
But, that was kind of embarrassing.
No, it's okay, really. I cry all the time at home. Don't worry.
It's just... it's like losing. Not finding the treasure, I mean. So I'm mad for wasting all our time on this. Aren't you?
No, why would I be?
She sounds genuinely surprised.
Because now we're behind on the next one, too. What if someone beats us to all the rest of them?
Now you sound like me.
Oh god, is there a cure?
Meanie. But really, I had fun, so I don't think it was a waste of time.
I don't get it. There's like a bunch of treasure, but like... that means like one is not really more valuable than the other. It's just like trying to get most of it. Well, like, does it really matter? Like, just get a bunch of gold.
Even if we're not, like, super rich now, I'm glad we came here.
Well, you have to get every single one, unless there's like a big one. Once again, I don't even have to look to know she's smiling. She's always smiling, after all. It's one of the cuter things about her, and there are a lot of those. But I'm afraid to look up and meet her eyes. Afraid because of what I've been starting to feel lately. I've been thinking of her. It's stupid to get bothered by this now, I know. We've been together all day. But right now, when I'm already being over emotional, I feel like it'd be a bad idea.
Yuri
Amber?
bloggers.
And then by reflex, I do it anyway. Oh god. Oh. I look over and I was right. My heart flutters a little. But the smile I was anticipating has been replaced by yet another look of concern.
Yeah, you're right.
Doki doki.
I guess it wasn't so bad.
She brightens up immediately.
For real?
Mm-hmm. I'm good now. Still, sorry for freaking out there for a sec.
It's okay. Don't feel bad.
Groaning, I stand up again. I'm definitely gonna be sore tomorrow.
We should get out of here, though. Longer we spend, the more likely we are to get caught.
It's probably been 45 minutes or so since we ditched the tour group. Hopefully they didn't get search and rescue out looking for us. I offer my hand to Marina, who's still sitting on the ground. She takes it, and I haul her to her feet. After dusting herself off, we both walk to the edge of the cave. It's possible to see anything. Even the trail across the way is invisible from here.
Watch your step going down the hill.
Yeah, we don't want anyone to almost die again.
Going down the hill is easier than going up, though. We still have to be careful. We'll make it to the bottom without incident. We don't risk the flashlights until we're back across the fence and on the trail. Now that we're not out of bounds, it doesn't matter if people see us.
Where do we go now?
I think about it for a moment. There's not much point catching up with the tour again. Besides, it's probably ended by now. Still, if they did notice how we disappeared, then it could be bad for us to just leave the park. The last thing I want to see is our faces on missing person posters the next time we stop at the gas station. How would they even have your face? But they've got a 45-minute lead on us, and that'll only grow if we try to find them.
We'll just go back to the parking lot and get out of here. If anyone asks, we can just say we left early.
They just scram.
Thank God. I was hoping you'd say that.
How come?
No more Linda
I'm
stories.
so tired.
Linda is such a Karen name.
Same. My back's gonna hurt for a year.
At least you have the comfy bed.
Hey, you could always... grab some more pillows from the closet if you need. Hey, you could always...
There are more?
Oh yeah. Gramps liked to have a zillion pillows when he slept.
Oh.
She sounds let down. Oops, maybe I shouldn't have made that connection there.
Don't worry. They weren't like his special pillows or anything. You can use them.
All right.
Damn, she really starts to worry when I mention him. Guess there's good reason for that. Right now, though, the thought is a familiar job of sadness. I'm not about to break down. I'm doing okay for now. Quite the rest of the way down the trail, though. Without having to stick to the slow pace of a guided tour, it's actually a quick walk. There aren't any other hikers out, which surprises me. It's dark, but not that late. As we reach the parking lot, it seems like we had perfect timing. or maybe perfectly awful. Spilling out of a trailhead on the other side is the tour group that we were briefly part of. I recognize the tour guide as well as
Oh, there you girls are.
Linda. She came from my blind spot before we had time to hide. I don't even try to force a smile as I turn to face her. She strolls up to us, Dino still asleep. Howard's nowhere to be seen though. Maybe he's in their car.
I was hoping to see y'all before you left.
Yeah, we were pretty tired, so we came back early.
Oh, I'll bet you are.
She winks at me like she's in on the joke. Problem is, I don't know what the joke's supposed to be.
What do you mean?
Don't think I didn't notice you two running off now. Figured you were, you know.
I think she's having yikes. She laughs and shakes her head.
I think that's good though. Reminds me of me and my Howard when we were
We
younger.
don't fucking need to know.
We used to sneak off every chance we got,
Buggers.
if you know what I
We
mean.
do not need to know. My face starts to turn red as I realize what she's thinking. Hey, but she's a progressive redneck. Marina's probably tomato color, though I don't try to look.
We weren't... I mean, we're not...
Pepe
No
pride.
need to be embarrassed or anything like that. And besides, at least you won't get pregnant.
Please just stop talking. She laughs heartily, the baby on her chest bouncing with emotion. This baby's gonna get like shaken.
Sorry
baby
though.
syndrome.
I'm getting to be a bit too nosy for my own good.
My guys,
Y'all
my
girls
guys.
be safe out there. It was nice to get to know you.
She grabs my hand from my side and pumps it in a vigorous handshake, then does the same to Marina. Neither of us reacts, still dumbfounded. Then she heads off toward the sea of cars. More of a puddle now, since most have already left. I turn to Marina. As expected, her face is scarlet.
Wow.
Right? That poor baby. And that poor husband.
I didn't think people like that were real. Like, they only existed in books and movies and stuff.
Dude, like... Marina's the dense one.
They say the desert does weird things to your head. Or maybe Wisconsin does.
But I guess even Marina has more tact than the redneck. I shrug and start walking back towards the RV. I'm glad that Marina doesn't push the topic of Linda's misconception. I unlock the door and let Marina in first. We're one of the last ones here. Before I pull the door shut, I take a final look around Canyon to shade, or what little bit I can see. May have been a bust, but like Marina said, it wasn't a total waste of time. I don't know why this even happens. This is like regular. Inside the RV once again, I crash down into the driver's seat and kick my feet up on the dash. It's a relief to sit on something soft. Like a satellite, Marina hovers around me, expectant.
So that was a failure. Obviously.
Do you think it might be in a different part of the canyon?
I mean,
Maybe.
that's not,
But we're not gonna find out. We could spend days out here and
not
not
the only
find
room, is
anything.
there?
Most likely, someone else found it before us. Maybe even before this whole treasure hunt thing started.
She stares at the ground, then perks back up.
That's okay, though. All we can do is move on.
Gotta move forward. Reaching into the glove compartment, she brings out the journal and hands it to me.
Come on! Show me why the human travel guide is the best.
That's what you joke. I look at her for a moment, then with a smile, gently take it from her.
Sure thing. But that's the first and only time you're ever gonna call me that, okay?
Okay.
I flip through the journal and skim the pages. I skipped one of the entries last time because it looked like a jumbled puzzle. But if we're gonna find the rest of the treasure, then we need to tackle this head on. Bracing myself with confusion, I find the entry in the road. I write to you today not from my dear Lamasi's winged landlord, but from a destination on an unforeseen detour. During my journey eastbound, I encountered a split within the dusted road. I've encountered many of these on my travels, but this one triggered a thought. That maybe, perhaps, I've been too obvious with my hiding. Let us assume a jealous peer wanted to track me. Did he move it then? Paranoia or not, if they so desire, they easily could. My steed's prints are set within the sand, and I have not disguised my livelihood. In fact, one may call these a trail. If one were to follow this trail, they may even happen upon my bounty. The likelihood of this is very slim. However, I've always considered myself to be a man who only takes calculated risks. Which is why I'm shocked in that this thought has never crossed my mind before. Surely an intelligent, rugged, and worldly individual such as myself would have come to this conclusion by now. Or perhaps I'm none of those things? Nonetheless, I marked the split and took the path I felt was less traveled. After I'd covered enough distance, I found a satisfactory location. So he just doesn't change anything. Acres of identical archstone were spread across this area. The more I traveled, the more there were. On occasion I had seen some, but never so close together or so plentiful. Though I do worry that one could narrow down the gold if they had the will. Alas, the remnants of my illness reappeared, forcing me to find a resting site. Eventually I settled between two stones, unlike the archstone. I often feared they would collapse or fall on me, but their balance seemed steady, and they provided shade and scenery. So once again, I'm rested and determined. While this detour took precious time away from me, I very much feel it was worth the security it provides, even if it was unnecessary. This morning I looked in my pouch. Oh yeah, he's not making a fake trail. It would appear as if I have enough gold for one last burial. Lamasi's landmark seems more than proper for this. Oh wow.
Oh no.
Oh no? Does that mean you don't know where it's at?
The opposite. I know exactly where it's at.
Then what's the problem?
I'll lean back in the chair and look at the ceiling.
It's in Arches National Park.
Cool,
Oh.
Then let's go.
I ignore her and keep looking at the ceiling.
Arches has over 2,000 natural stone arches. The miner said he hid it between two stones.
She blinks. I sigh.
An arch is a rock formation that curves in the air. Think of it as an upside-down U.
Finally, she gets the message. Her face morphs into a blank canvas, and she stares at the windshield.
Oh no.
Have some fun. Check out the park.
Yeah. If we want to find this thing, then we need to look between every single arch and arches.
After a moment of petrified silence, Marina takes back the journal and turns it to its proper place in the glove compartment. With a shaky smile, Marina looks back at me and tries blowing it off. Wait, how dark is this now? Whatever.
Arches National Park, huh? It's somewhere in Moab, right? You ever been?
With a shaky grin of my own, I respond, totally ignoring the impossible feat ahead of us.
Yeah, I went to Moab a long time ago. Arches is really famous. Like, world famous.
We're both sweating, staring at the long road ahead as we try our best to make casual conversation. It's like a game of chicken. Who's gonna break first?
I've always wanted to go.
Where have you vacationed to before?
Honestly, nowhere. Not out of the state, at least.
For real? Not even to visit family?
What family?
Nuh-uh. My grandparents live in New Mexico, too. I think only my big brother has been outside of the state.
You got any other siblings? Or is it just you two?
She shakes her head.
There's 9 of us. I've got 2 younger brothers, 3 older brothers, an older sister, and 2 little sisters.
Yikes. I whistle.
Damn, that's a big-ass Christmas card.
Right? At some point it's just like, aren't you ever gonna stop? I'm almost out of fingers to count on.
Hey, but at least you can't get you pregnant. Chuckling, I stand up and walk to the back. Marina falls behind me.
Gross.
What about you? Do you have any siblings?
Nah, just me. Otherwise, they'd probably be riding around this old thing with us.
As I say that, I collapse onto my bed, sprawling out. Sitting up front felt good, but this is heavenly. The bed sinks a little as she takes a seat on its edge.
I can't really imagine having a single brother or sister. Definitely not 8 of them. But I guess they don't all live at home.
Actually,
Yikes.
You're kidding.
only one of my brothers has moved out. It's the worst. Like, you have to make a reservation to take a shower.
No wonder you ran away.
Pretty much. As soon as I finished school, I was just like, okay, time to get out of here.
And that's why she left?
How long ago was that?
Just a couple months. 2-ish.
What'd you major in?
Huh?
Like, what'd you get your degree in?
She's a high school student.
Oh, not college. High school. I just finished high school.
Huh.
Using my elbows, I prop myself up.
What?
How old are you?
She's legal. Probably. Putting her hands on her hips, Marina puffs out her cheeks and looks offended.
I'll have you know, it's very
Yikes.
rude to ask a lady her age.
She deflates.
But I'm 18.
Oh, see,
Why?
there she is.
Oh, thank God.
I let myself fall back again.
I was afraid you were gonna be underage and that I'd get arrested for kidnapping
did
or
it.
something.
No way! And besides, I told you my parents were fine with it. Well, accepted it.
Thanks for
What about
literally
you?
just ran away.
How
from
old
the
are
call.
you?
Just a year older.
Oh.
Wait, you're only
She's
19?
like fucking 21 or some shit. Now it's her turn to be shocked.
How old did you think I was?
Marina busts up laughing. I'm actually a little bit embarrassed. I look away, blowing my hair away from my face.
Just kidding, just kidding. I figured you were like my age or a bit older. 2 years at the most.
Wow, it's like the juniors. I don't look at her, staring at the wall.
Oh, come on, don't be mad. I was just playing.
All of a sudden, she sounds seriously regretful. I don't want to mess with her, but the puppy dog look she gives me over her shoulder is too hard to resist.
Sorry, what? My hearing must be getting bad at my old age.
She throws a pillow at me from the bed beside her, and I deflect it with my arm.
Good save, Granny.
Now she leans back too, staring up at the ceiling. Her hair spreads across my leg. I don't move it. Then I realize that all the worry and nervousness we had about Archers is gone. Somewhere along the line we just forgot about it. Huh. I don't know when we reached the point in our relationship where we can be comfortable being this close to each other. But I'm glad that we have. Maybe I'm enjoying the closeness a little too much. It's been a long time since I've dated someone. Gramps' help made having a girlfriend impossible. It wasn't time for anyone else. Hell, I hardly had time for myself. Not that I cared. I'd do it all over again. Still, it's nice. Having someone to talk to, so it's not just me and my thoughts. Just as I'm about to settle into the mood, she sits up and stretches.
Oh, I'm pretty sleepy. Are you going to bed soon?
Nah, I took a nap earlier, so I'm good. It's only a few hours to Moab, so I'll drive us there tonight.
Moab, huh?
Well, yeah. Something wrong?
No, I was just kind of wondering.
She trails off.
Wondering...
How far away is the Grand Canyon?
From here? I don't know, 3 or 4 hours? But it's in the total opposite direction that we're going.
Oh, okay.
Feels bad, man. The crestfallen look on her face should be illegal.
Sorry, I should have looked at the map before I asked.
Smiling, she turns and heads for bed, disappointment clinging to her like perfume.
Night, Amber.
Leaning against my pillows, I watch as she slowly trots off to the back. Come on now, not that hard.
Wait a sec.
She freezes mid-step.
I guess since I was gonna drive all night anyway, we can make a detour. A pretty big detour, too. So don't blame me if all the treasure is gone by the time we're done.
She turns around, hope springing in her face now.
But I guess it's like a requirement that you see the Grand Canyon when you're sightseeing in Arizona, so that's what we'll do. You've got a lot of vacations to make up for.
All the tiredness and disappointment vanishes in an instant. Like a bird taking flight, she hurries back over to where I'm just standing up. A trademark Marina crash tackle hug knocks me onto my butt in bed again. I pat her on the back a couple times before she rises. That's got a
Have I
whole day.
ever told you you're the best?
8 hours
Probably,
of driving back and
but don't
forth,
you forget it.
and then
I
checking out
couldn't
the
if I
place.
tried.
Goof.
Poke her in the belly as I make my way up to the front again.
Grab me an energy drink from the fridge, will ya?
When she sits down in the passenger seat, she has 2 cans of the energy drink.
Thought you were going to bed.
No way! I'm too excited now. I'll keep you company on the drive. Plus, it's only like 8 o'clock, isn't it?
Beats me. Sounds right.
I pop open the tab on my drink and take a long drop. Long draw. It tastes awful, but wakes me up like nothing else. I guess the makers cut out sweeteners and nice flavors for more stimulants. To drink it faster, I hold my breath to hide the taste and shut. Gasping, I crumple the empty can and toss it into a trash bag. Marina, on the other hand, sniffs it daintily, wincing each time.
Ugh, people seriously drink this stuff?
Somehow. It works, though. It's pretty much the strongest stuff you can get without a prescription.
So dark. After taking another sip, Marina retches and sticks her tongue out. She reminds me of a cat with fur stuck on its tongue. She sets the can in the cup holder beside me.
Do you want mine? I can't drink this.
I'd have a heart attack if I drank too. Just leave it and I'll drink it tomorrow.
Because the only way to improve an awful energy drink is to let it get warm and flat. As I start the RV, Marina says something, but it's soft enough I can't hear her over the engine revving.
What was that? Old lady hearing failing on me again.
Smiling, she shakes her head.
I was just saying thanks again.
Don't thank me yet. I could fall asleep at the wheel and kill us both.
At least I die happy. No,
I know
though,
more, babe.
not just that. For taking me with you and doing the treasure hunt and everything.
You must be super tired. You're saying all sorts of weird stuff now.
I mean it. I know it's kind of random. I'm just really happy I met you.
After a moment of blushing, I flap a little under my breath.
Yeah, me too.
I prevent any more cheesy conversation by carefully pulling out of the parking lot and back onto the exit road. I'm definitely glad that Marina's enjoying herself. I'm having fun too. But talking about that sort of thing, it makes me feel all squirmy inside. Like I don't match up to what Marina thinks of me. Pushing those thoughts out of my head, I focus on the road. We have to keep our eyes peeled for animals out here. There are lots of stray dogs in this part of the state, and dozens of deer and antelope just waiting for race cars. The road's devoid of other vehicles, though. Since I know the exits to take, more or less, we should make pretty good time. Once we get back into the highway, Marina hoists the buckets of tapes onto her lap.
What do you want to listen to?
I glance between the road and the bin, scanning both. I settle on an album that I haven't had the heart to listen to in a while, but it feels like tonight is the right time. I fish out the tape and slide into the player. As the first chords start up, I watch Marina's face for a reaction. It won't have the same sentimental value to her, I know, but it's an emotional album in general. Lots of dynamics to the music and simple but heartfelt songwriting. Perhaps used to try to play along, but he said he couldn't quite capture the feeling himself. As I'd hoped, Marina's quiet, which means that she's listening. Her cheek is pressed against the window again. Dirty. Her reflection barely visible. Looks wistful. Good. For the second time today, a growing pressure starts in my eyes. I paw at them, and the motion catches Marina's attention.
You sure you're not too tired?
Oh yeah, eyes are just a little itchy.
Me too. Damn it. My voice shakes as I speak, but she notices, she doesn't say anything. This album was another one of Grant's favorites. There's a reason I haven't listened to it since he passed. Turning it on might have been a mistake. We may yet go off the road if I end up crying.
This is more like it.
Oh my god.
We're watching Ryan.
Oh, I thought you guys were just sitting here.
We may yet go. I already said that.
Play Valorant here.
I sniffle a couple of times to keep myself under control.
Damn allergies.
While Ryan's streaming.
I don't even know if she hears me.
What did he say?
I end up tempted to turn it off and play something else, but I want Marina to
just
hear
go
it.
Valorant.
Okay.
Won't mean anything special to her, I'm sure. I want to see what she thinks. See if maybe Gramps and I were crazy, or there's more to the music than the man playing it.
Damn allergy. Damn.
He is a guitarist and songwriter who just went by the name of June. Died a few years ago. Finding back the nostalgia and the bubbling feelings of how much I miss Grandpa's art. Maybe it'll hold on though and keep from breaking down. 45 minutes later, when the tape ends, Marina hits the play button and gets started over. I'd say it was worth it. I let it play on for hours, long after Marina's fallen asleep beside me. My everything aches. It takes me a long, lazy minute to remember why I'm sitting up, forehead plastered to the steering wheel rather than my bed. I drove all through the night to get us to the Grand Canyon, arriving at the South Rim around the time that I couldn't keep my eyes open any longer. We're in a campsite apparently, but I don't remember anything past reaching the park's edge and paying the entry fee. I probably shouldn't have been driving, but we made it here alright. Sour taste pervades my mouth, courtesy of the empty energy drink at my side. I groan as I clamber up and head to go brush my teeth. What the fuck just happened? Bruh. What in the fuck? Yikes. Yeah. What time is it? Okay, I should. Good thing I quick save like right now. Okay. Oh, okay.
Good.
What the fuck was that? Okay. I groan as I clamber up and head to go brush my teeth. When I exit the bathroom, Marina's waiting at the front, all dressed and ready to go.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm still too sleepy to match her enthusiasm. Undeterred, she comes forward and presses a mug into my hand.
I made you some coffee.
But
It was a couple of hours ago, so it's kind of cold now.
Thanks.
It's also brewed too weak, but I don't know about that. Okay, this is okay. I drain my cup in seconds and then pour myself up. That's also finished in a few long gulps.
You really like coffee, huh?
I guess.
Coffee.
I think I'm just addicted.
Wait a second. Oh.
You don't even put any cream or sugar in it, right?
Nope. I always drink it black.
She wrinkles her nose in disgust.
I can't stand the taste.
I noticed. Have you gone and looked around yet?
There are dozens, if not hundreds of people milling around. That's just what I can see from here. Most likely treasure hunters.
Look around. Without you?
Yeah, it's what? Noon?
It's called efficiency, Marina.
Almost, but I didn't want to leave without you.
Efficiency! That's sweet of her.
What if I got lost? You're like my map.
Oof. Maybe not.
Besides, it's boring to go look around by myself.
You think? I used to do it lots before we met up. It was nice to be alone and think.
Her face falls. Seconds later, I realize my mistake and then kick myself.
Not to say I don't like having you around. I just meant it's not so bad being on your own for a little bit.
She ponders for a moment.
Well, I don't like being alone.
Small frown makes me think she's upset, but then it melts away and is replaced with a trademark smile. Something about how the sunlight frames her face right then makes my heart seem to beat. I want to admire her for longer, but I think my face gives it away. Soon she shifts, asking with her eyes.
Something wrong?
I shake my head to clear it.
Nah, sorry. Just zoned out for a second. Let me finish this coffee, and then we can go.
Okay. I don't know how you can be up and at 'em just like that. Usually it takes me hours to wake up.
I know. I do a lot of waiting for you.
Marina stomps over to play, hit me on the shoulder.
Meanie, I do my best for you.
Yeah. There aren't enough hours in the day for you to sleep as much as you want.
What? Are you saying I don't need my beauty sleep?
She's just kidding, but I freeze. She is joking, right?
Amber?
The jaunty tone in her voice is gone.
Yeah.
I croak out a response.
Zone out again?
Something like that.
Even I'm surprised by how off guard that caught me. It was just a simple joke, but it was a little too relevant seconds after thinking of how pretty she looks. Honeybee, stop being so weird sometimes, or that'll scare off more than he'll find out that I might, just maybe, could possibly have a crush on her.
Maybe you just need more coffee.
Probably.
Her grin gets huge.
You need as much coffee as I do sleep.
Bonkers.
See? We're even.
I laugh as I pour myself a third cup, tilting the pot to get the dregs.
Maybe you're right.
She prances back to the front door, nose held in the air like she's won some great victory. I catch her peeking back to see if I'm watching, so I make a big show of rolling my eyes. She sticks her tongue out in return. When I set my cup down in the sink, Marina throws the door open and waits for me to step out. For having been mostly asleep and in the dark, it looks like I did an okay job parking. By which I mean that we're actually in one of the designated camping spaces. That's more than I can say for a lot of the others here. Tents cover nearly every patch of land that doesn't have an RV on it. Some even come right against the road itself, causing the few cars that pass by to have to hug the edge. Just like back in Shiprock, this is a fiasco. Squads of little kids rampage around, squirting each other and everyone else with water guns just being in the way. One little brat runs up to us and holds up his squirt gun like he's going to shoot. But the death glare that I give him sends him running back in the other direction.
Not a fan of kids?
Not the rotten ones.
Marina, on the other hand, waves at the retreating boy and giggles as a weak burst of water hits her.
I don't know how you can stand it.
They're just kids. Besides, I'm pretty used to it.
True.
Big family, right?
Yep.
We start to walk in the direction of the canyon itself, pausing sometimes to let our cars or tour groups pass us by.
This is such a mess. Wonder how many of them are treasure hunters.
Well, it's the Grand Canyon, so a lot of people are probably just regular tourists, right?
Yeah, probably. I feel bad for them. And all the other people who just want to enjoy these parks.
Kind of
You
hypocritical.
really hate people, huh?
What? Where'd that come from?
I don't know. You're just always complaining about there being too many people around.
Do I really complain that much? Thinking about it, yes, I do.
I don't hate people. I just don't like when it's all chaotic like this.
So you don't like crowds then?
That's closer, yeah.
Kinda weird that you're so hyped for this music thing then, don't you think? Isn't that gonna be the biggest crowd yet?
Sure, but that's different.
Why?
I don't know. Just is.
I mean,
Why?
What are you, 5? No wonder you get along with kids so well. But I guess it's just because everyone is there for the same thing. You have something in common with them.
Isn't everyone here for the same thing?
yeah, but they're like a sweaty neckbeards looking for gold because they can't get a real job. Kappa. I struggle to find an explanation. But she laughs it off and shrugs.
I'm just kidding anyway. You can't be the only one who teases. You don't like big crowds, and that's fine.
What about you?
I think it's fun. And besides, you get to meet all sorts of cool people.
Like Linda.
Who knows? Maybe you'll meet a special someone or a long-lost relative or something.
Special someone, huh?
Maybe. Would be pretty unlikely, though.
Probably. But it's still fun to think about. And speaking of odds... Amber...
It's Mariah. Marina points out another cluster of motorhomes down the road. I follow her gaze, immediately understanding. Taking up 2 spaces because of size and bad parking is a familiar titan of an RV.
God, no.
But Marina's already heading towards it. My nemesis. Mariah's motorhome. So maybe there is treasure in the Grand Canyon even though no one said anything about it. The door flies open seconds before Marina reaches it. Out strolls Joseph, Tess close behind.
You call that a break? You've had boyfriends that last longer.
Sis has never had a boyfriend.
My point exactly.
Quit your moaning. You two just need more work ether.
You mean ethics, but you've probably never heard the word.
Papega. Mariah appears in the doorway, leaning on a shovel. I can see her about to retort, but then she spots either me or Marina, and her glare is replaced with a smug grin.
Well, well, well. Look who finally caught up.
Hey, guys!
Oh, hey there, ladies.
I sigh and speed up my glacial pace. May as well get this over with. Mariah picks up a crate of tools from beside her and carries them out before shoving the crate in Joseph's hands. His knees buckle at the way and he sets it on the ground.
Did you follow our dust all the way here?
I wish we'd seen it so we could have stayed away.
Maybe you should go now and get a head start on the next piece before we find the one here.
Is there even one here? I thought they were just here on vacation. She clutches her shovel like a sword and points it at me.
Unless you're gonna fight us for this one too.
I raise my hands and surrender.
We already had one bust at Canyon Duché. This one's all yours to screw up.
Shovel drops a couple inches. Either as a response or an honest sore.
Canyon Duché? But there's only one Grand Canyon.
There's more than one canyon in the world, Mare.
Figured it was there at the Mummy Cave ruins, but we didn't find anything.
So it could be here.
So if you want to search all 2,000 miles of the Grand Canyon, then good luck.
And they just don't want to waste their time, so they're just going to skip it.
Damn it!
Mariah throws down her hands and the toolbox slips from her, plunging onto Joseph's foot. Hard. Crates in his hand are the next to fall, this time onto the other foot. The boxes burst open, flooding the ground with heavy hammers and wrenches. A gasp escapes his mouth, then silence.
Are you gonna get drunk and cry yourself to sleep again, sis?
Yikes. Somehow through pain grunts, Joseph manages to speak.
The limit is once per week.
Mariah's eyes twitch. One smooth motion, she whirls around and clomps her companion's heads, puffs and crosses her arms. Joseph reacts like any normal human being and rubs his head to soothe his never-ending pain. Tess hardly acknowledges it, wobbling back and forth like a human bobblehead. I don't think I'll ever get over how creepy that girl is. She's a lolly. She clonks Joseph again for good measure. Marina and I both wince. I imagine this is how it was for Howard when he first met Linda. What? Man.
At least we get to see the canyon that way.
Jesus!
From out of nowhere, Tess pops up on my side.
Tess has been wanting to go out and see the sights, but Mariah's too busy breaking her back for that.
Big sisters are bossy, huh?
Tess nods, which prompts Marina to stoop down and hug her apathetic kindred spirit.
You're not alone!
Marina looks up at me, eyes big.
Can we keep her? She's so cute!
That's property theft!
Yikes.
Sorry, only one stray at a time.
Aww.
Marina releases Tess and reaches out her hand as they float apart.
Anyway, let's get going. If they're gonna waste all day here, we can at least leave them to it.
Then Mariah waves her shovel in Joseph's face.
Pick up our crap. We gotta rethink our strategy.
Let me fix something. Oh shit. Yikes. Oh my god. Okay, maybe stuff will be a little more visible.
Crap?
Yes! This crap!
She taps to create that she forced on him just minutes ago. Joseph covers Tess's ears and mutters something about it.
Wait, I have an idea.
4 pairs of eyes turn to look at her.
Me and Amber were about to go sightseeing. Why don't you guys come with us?
That's a terrible idea!
Hey, we agree on something.
That's one vote yes.
Oh, whoops. She turns to me, pleading look in her eyes, hoping to make it 2 yeses.
That's one vote.
I think that sounds like a good time, too. It'd be a nice break.
I forbid it! You've already had a break! We have too much to focus on. Getting distracted by dusty old rocks is the last thing we need.
This is painful.
You always say that, but look at her!
He points to Tess, her face shining with interest in sightseeing.
You always
say. When did she last show interest in something? Hell, has she ever shown interest in something?
It's pretty tragic.
We're still not going.
An irritable groan rumbles through Joseph's throat, but he's almost as casual and relaxed as he usually does.
Look, we're not always going to do what you want just because you say so. We're going, and if we have to, we'll force you to come along.
Alpha Joseph. Marina laughs awkwardly.
It's fine, it's fine. You guys don't have to come if you don't want to.
No, let Joseph flex. It's too late for that. Mariah lets out a single disingenuous ha and marches to Joseph.
You're gonna force me to go, huh?
That's right.
She stares him down, or up to be accurate. The top of her head only reaches up to his chin. Regardless, she gives him a nasty grin and repeatedly pokes his chest for daring to defy her. This doesn't seem to faze him though, his lips curl into an ominous smile.
And how exactly do you plan to do that?
Okay. I guess it worked. Vast and majestic, the canyon dominates the horizon as far as my eyes can see. Calico rocks are given a murky tint by the dying sunlight. It's a breathtaking view. I just stare out over the abyss, watching as the sun slowly climbs down the sky.
What are you even looking at?
She says it flatly, not like a question. Mariah's been this way for hours now, since Joseph practically dragged her out of the RV. All the other 3 have amused themselves with disposable cameras and curiosity, and Mariah's tailed them into dog. She won't let me forget about her relentless apathy, punctuated with frequent sighs.
I'm looking at the cliffs, and considering sending you to get a closer look at the bottom.
This is your fault, you know.
What is?
That we're here. Or at least that I'm here.
No one cares.
Hey, I didn't want you along either. That was all Marina.
Just tell that airhead no sometime. Guessing you've never turned in a request of hers in your life.
Shoot her, dirty look at the word airhead. Marina rolls her eyes. She doesn't care one bit.
She wanted to play with Tess. Someone has to.
Joe does it all the time.
Her ability to miss the point is actually kind of impressive.
Joe does it all the time.
She wanted to play with Tess.
Joe does it all the
Besides, you should see the look I get if I try to stop her from something. Maybe I can't say no.
Be more like me. Mental fortitude and training.
Yes, training to become delusional.
He's almost breaking down when someone threatens to take away the key to your liquor cabinet, part of that mental fortitude and training.
She clicks her nut tongue in annoyance and grumbles.
I could have still said no. I was just doing it for Tess.
Kappa. I turn my attention over to the impromptu photo shoot again. Both the girls climb on the rocks and lean against the railing to take pictures. Joseph trails close behind, probably to make sure nobody slips. Sometimes he's pulled in for a picture too. Taking selfies? Marina's taking pictures of just about everything. The sky, the ground, and adding Mariah. As a photographer, she's not very picky. Oh. Tess, on the other hand, seems to have an actual knack for it. She's taking pictures of scenic valleys and close-ups of beautiful desert flowers and coldwood, usually with Joseph as the model. She even managed to get close enough to take one of an eagle perched on a rock. Not hard when you're practically invisible, though.
I don't even know why she's so interested in this stuff.
What? The wonder and majesty of naturally formed geographic wonders?
That's a fancy way of saying overgrown rocks.
Who cares? Shouldn't you be glad that she is?
Why? I'd prefer if she cared about something that matters.
Like getting rich?
Exactly. It's Americana this, sightseeing that. What the hell even is Americana?
True.
Don't mess with Texas shirts and old rocking chairs that some hicks farted on.
Do you ever listen to yourself talk? Just be happy she's interested in culture and expanding her horizons.
Culture? Our favorite foods are bastardized versions of foreign cuisine. Culture's a sham. When I was her age, I was interested in things that actually mattered. Like treasure.
Years later, and nothing's changed.
Since the other girls are taking a break, Joseph has joined us.
They want to take some pictures with you.
Marina starts to protest, but Joseph cuts her off.
Your sister wanted me to ask.
Her mouth shuts and she rolls her eyes yet again.
Fine.
She stalks over to where they are, kicking clouds of dust with each heavy step.
Sorry if she's causing you trouble. She can be a bit of a handful. I know it's hard to believe, but there's a good heart in there. Somewhere.
She'd probably sell it for $1 if she could.
Yikes. Joseph laughs heartily.
You might be right. That's just how she is, I guess. Been that way since we were kids.
It's hard to imagine that someone could not only know Mariah as a child, but want to maintain a friendship with her for the rest of their lives. Come to think of it, Joseph's a bit of an odd case compared to the other two. Odd just because he's so normal.
Hey, can I ask you something?
Shoot.
Do you care about the treasure?
He scratches his stubble on his chin and thinks about it.
Like, you have a good head on your shoulders. Why do you let her drag you around?
Well, it's not that I don't care about the treasure. Being rich doesn't sound like a bad gig at all. But I wouldn't say I have a good head on my shoulders either. If it came down to treasure hunting or kicking back on a couch all day, I'd pick the couch.
Figures.
What?
But I wouldn't say, well, it's not that I don't care about...
Like... Do you care about the treasure? Like, you have a good head on your
Well, it's not that I don't care, but I wouldn't say I have a good head on my shoulders either.
figures.
I think that's the better option. His own broad smile returns. I didn't even notice it disappear.
But as for them, one of them needs someone to look out for her, and the other is 10.
Now we both laugh.
If she's the one who gets me off the couch, I'm the one who gets her to sit down sometimes. Even back in school, she was always picking fights. Didn't matter if it was another kid or a teacher. Got her ass kicked a couple times. If she were all on her own, she'd tear apart the whole Southwest. That make sense?
No. I'll look over at where the three of them are still taking pictures. Tess is standing on a rock so that she's at the same height, at the same level as the others. Right now, two of her fingers hold Mariah's mouth into the shape of a smile. On Mariah's other side, Marina holds the camera out and takes the picture. Then Tess takes one, though Marina keeps her hand out of Mariah's mouth.
Yeah.
Plus, someone's gotta make sure Tess doesn't starve.
Catching us watching, Marina waves vigorously. She nearly knocks Mariah's lights out while she does. I'll be back. Tess says something that gets Marina's attention. After a second, Marina hurries over. I wince as I watch her clumsily climb over the rocks, scared that she's gonna slip and hurt herself. But she arrives unhurt.
Tess wanted me to ask if you'd go be in the pictures too, Joe. She says she wants all three of you.
Looks like that's my cue.
With nothing more to say, he drifts over to the others and exchanges spots with Marina. Tess passes him the camera and he holds it up to his eye.
Why are you using this cheap thing anyway? The camera on Mariah's phone is way better.
Vintage. He takes the camera from Tess and dangles it from his finger, observing it like it's an ancient laundry artifact.
The memory is full from all her journal entries.
Journal?
It's more like gangsty poetry.
Yikes. Mariah turns toward me, panic and fury in her eyes, but she's too slow.
How did that one go again? Oh yeah. Rivers of amber pour from my bottle like tears, forever sweeping El Dorado beyond my grasp.
Oh, what?
I hate.
Mariah slouches.
Rivers of amber pour.
I guess so.
I hate you both.
Oh, but we love you, Mariah.
Tess clings to her sister's waist like a magnet, showing her affection. It goes ignored.
Now squeeze in. I'm not sure how we're all gonna fit.
Selfie time. We watch for a moment before I tap Marina on the shoulder. That should keep them busy for a while.
Quick! While they're distracted!
What?
I grab Marina's hand and dash off, dragging her behind me. Her feet have trouble keeping up, but I don't slow down. I don't look back.
Just keep running!
Amber, where are we going?
Get the fuck out of there. Big brain move. Let's save. We wander around for a while until we find another viewpoint that's empty of other people. I'm guessing that a lot of the treasure hunters are out looking now, since the oppressive heat isn't as bad. I lean against the rail, my head propped up on my arms. The cool metal feels nice against my skin. Marina does the same. She sighs wistfully.
So pretty.
Which part?
All of it, especially the sunset.
Yeah, she could have said you, but no. Of course not. Nearly all the sunlight has been swallowed by the canyon's colossal darkness. Shadows cast by the stones mute the gorgeous colors as the sun melts into the tip of the canyon. It's barren and desolate, but Marina's right. It's pretty.
Oh, let's take a picture before it gets too dark. You're not getting out of this one. You haven't been in any of the pictures today.
Yeah, that's on purpose.
Scooch in.
Like, together?
Duh.
She slides towards me and I squirm away on instinct.
What's wrong?
Immediately before I can answer, she grins slyly.
Wait a second. You're camera shy, aren't you?
Now she's a
Not.
lesbian. I returned a little too quickly.
Oh?
Clearly, she doesn't believe me.
It's not that I'm afraid of them or anything. I just don't like having my picture taken.
How come?
I shrug.
Just don't.
Well, you'll have to deal with it this time.
Yeah, get him. Force her. She zips over, and before I can react, I press her cheek to mine. The shutter clicks, and I'm momentarily stunned by the flash. I better get a shot of this. Before I can protest or enjoy the closeness, he's already pulled away and is checking the results.
It's cute, look!
Let me see the photo. She shoves the camera into my face, but it's so close and the screen is so small that I can't actually see the picture. I just nod.
I can't wait to get these developed.
Oh yeah. Turning to me, Marina pauses.
How do you get photos developed anyway?
We'll have to take them to the store and have them do it. Most big supermarkets can.
Okay, first thing tomorrow then.
Sure.
Like a hummingbird, Marina darts forward and gives me a tight hug.
Thanks for coming out here. It's been so amazing. I hope it was worth it.
I look down at her, press against me, right she's shorter.
Yeah, it was.
Marina pulls away to my great disappointment. She opens her mouth like she's gonna say something, but that seems to change her mind.
What?
What?
You were about to say something? What was it?
Oh,
Say
never
it.
mind.
Hey, you can't do that. Now I really want to know.
Me too. She giggles, but it's distracted sounding.
Okay, fine. I was just gonna ask, why is it that you hate Mariah and her group so much?
Only Mariah because she's an annoying bitch.
Where'd that come from?
Marina turns away and stares out over the canyon again. It's getting pretty dark. She's quiet for a moment before she talks.
I don't know. You just complain about them a lot.
I don't hate them, dummy. Joe and Tess are fine. It's just Mariah that I have a problem with.
How come?
She's a bitch. Loud and rude and obnoxious. Ugh, I really hate people like that. She thinks she is always right, too.
Sounds like someone else I know.
Bro, what?
Ah, don't give me that. We're nothing alike.
Marina laughs.
Yeah.
Half a minute passes in silence.
You're way cuter than she is.
Time stops and so does my heart. Everything feels like it's frozen. I look over at Marina, but she's looking at the canyon, not me. Still just a couple inches away. I gulp, swallowing the lump forming in my throat.
You said that before, I think. You're cuter.
Oh, hush. I'm trying to compliment you.
I fall silent for a moment. I'm not sure how to respond.
You know, back when we first met, I meant what I said about you being cute, too.
She giggles again.
I'd forgotten about that.
It is getting nowhere. As if on cue, a light breeze starts up, causing her hair to bill out like a cloud. Her side tail, hastily bound, looks as if it might come undone. Finally, she turns to look at me, her eyes wide and lips glistening. My palms are dry and my knees tremble. Gulping yet again, I cross the short distance between us in a half step, leaning in and...
There you are!
Someone's about to die. Mariah's shrill voice cuts through the moment, rupturing my eardrums and patience. I pull away and Marina's already turned to face them. The trio appear like specters out of the darkness.
You left us behind!
We got caught.
We tried to, at least.
You were the ones who dragged us out here. I at least expect you to stick around.
Cowed into submission, Marina's shoulders fall.
Back off. I wanted to go see the sunset without you sighing about it.
Whatever. It was a waste of time either way. Come on, we're going back.
Boo, boo, boo. Mariah lopes off down the path at a brisk pace. Marina and Tess are back to photographing anything and everything, though the lullaby means that the pictures don't show up. Joseph and I trail behind at the end of the party.
How was the sunset?
Sighing, I pull ahead. Right now, even Joseph seems like a little too much.
It was okay.
The campsite has cleared up a lot since we set out this morning. It's still pretty full, but at least it's not claustrophobic anymore. A few campfires illuminate people that are left behind. Plus, the smoke keeps the bugs away. All 5 of us huddle outside my RV. The good ties are taking a while since Marina has to hug everyone at least twice. Then she says something to reignite the conversation, and the whole process starts over. Finally, I grab the door handle to signal that we're about done. Marina automatically begins the final round of hugs.
So, what's next for you guys?
Maybe not.
Back to poring over the journal to see what we can find. Once we locate it, it's straight off to wherever.
Joseph heaves a heavy sigh.
No rest for the weary.
You don't get weary, Slacker. You get motivated.
Oh, you should put that on a shirt.
Ow. Pretty dark.
Would you buy one?
Let me turn on the lights. No, bitch.
Nobody would.
Then no.
All of us, even Mariah, laugh a little. Finally, Joseph puts his arm around Tess and starts to lead them away.
We'll get out of your hair for the night.
Starting down the path, they walk towards their motorhome.
Wait a sec.
They freeze. Marina looks at me too, curious. Don't apologize.
Next piece is almost definitely at Arches, in Utah.
I hear Marina gasp, though I don't see it. Joseph and Tess both look to Mariah. Their profile is barely visible from the flickering campfires in the distance. Mariah nods stiffly.
Thanks.
It's probably the first time she's ever said that word. With a wave of her hand, she turns and they finally leave. Marina and I both watch until they vanish out of sight. Then Marina squeals.
I'm so proud of you, Amber! And shocked! That was super nice of you!
Wasn't much. This one's pretty easy to figure out when you take the time. I'd probably save them half an hour at best.
Still, it's the thought that counts. Why'd you do it, though?
Someone's gotta take care of them after all.
I look away, pretending to scratch an itch on my cheek.
They're not that bad.
The solemn loneliness of the open road extends far past my headlights and into the dark. Cool wind breezes through the cracked window and tosses around our hair as a jazzy experimental track crackles through the speakers. With each horn screech, Marina sinks further into her seat. She looks miserable.
Do you want me to turn down the music a little?
What?
Do you want me to turn...
Oh, no, I'm fine. It's not bothering
French
me.
horn? She tries to disguise the glint of agony in her eyes by speaking in her usual peppy tone, but the pain still seeps through the cracks in her voice. A hollowness anchors down my chest. I don't try burying it. The last time someone told me everything was fine, I ended up losing them. Maybe I'm just paranoid, but I don't want to risk it.
Seriously, are you okay?
No, really, I'm fine.
Don't lie to me.
Are we talking about the music? My sharpness takes her off guard and she shifts her gaze. But I don't care. This could be urgent. Sighing, she hangs her head.
Well,
Yeah?
I kinda need to...
Her voice trails off into a pit. Regret and shame color her face as if she's brought great shame to her household or something equally dumb. My voice grows tense. Urgent, my driving sloppy. Every pore of my clammy palms is stuck to the wheel. The hollowness comes back.
Marina, what is it?
I kinda need to... you know...
That wasn't just the music. Marina winces, her mouth stretching into a pallid grimace. She clutches at her stomach and groans. You're kidding. I slapped my hand against my forehead. How many times am I going to let myself get worked up over something so stupid?
What did I tell you about that burrito?
Oh.
I know, but I was so hungry.
You never trust gas station burritos, Mare. That's one of the first rules of the road.
Burrito.
I didn't think it would end up like this. I didn't know.
Flood is starting to form in her eyes. Whether it's because of pain I'm holding, I'm not sure. Hopefully it's both, and she takes this opportunity to learn something.
Well, you're gonna have to deal with it for now. The septic tank needs to be drained, and I can't do that until we get to Arches.
What?
Oh my god, dude, imagine. Stomach aches are the worst. Despair sets in, and the hopelessness of the situation dawns on her.
I'll stop if we pass a gas station or something, but that's not gonna be for a while.
Amber killed her hope. Despair just turns into desperation. Marina frantically looks for something to latch onto. Anything to help reclaim her hope.
What about a rest stop?
You serious?
Sure, why not? I saw a sign for one down the road. Should be coming up pretty quick.
Did not go to that stop. It smells so fucking bad.
No.
What? And why not?
Because you're better than that.
No, I'm not, I swear! Please, I really gotta go.
Rest stops aren't for people like us. They're for people like Mariah.
What does that even mean?
Only the scum of the earth use them.
Maybe that's why I smell so shit. At least that's what Gramps used to say. I've never actually been to one, mostly because we refuse to see them. But if a people-loving hippie like Gramps referred to them as cesspools of villainy, where the seedy underbelly of humanity flocks, then I'm not sure I want it.
Amber.
Her voice deepens, straining as she enunciates every single word.
I don't care if it makes me scum. If we don't stop now, I'm going to explode.
I wave her off, but before I can counterattack, she dives in and hits my face.
Explode, Amber! We are going to that rest stop whether you like it or not. Do you hear me?
I gulp and reply with a shaky nod as Marina looks on with crazed eyes. Never knew she could be so scary. She backs off and the usual pluck in her voice returns, flipping from sour to sweet in an instant.
Thank you.
That's dangerous. Defeated and mildly disturbed, I jitter my eyes back and forth and wait for the exit. Who knows? Maybe it won't be so bad. Wouldn't be the first time Gramps over-exaggerated. I'm 90% sure he was wrong about the government introducing the plague to local cat populations. I pull over to an isolated exit ramp which trails off into a dark lot. The only lonely island is lit by a sharp light emanating from a shack on the edge of the lot. It brightens up the immediate area, and the surrounding terrain falls off into a dim glow. Despite the eerie darkness, we're not alone. A lone big rig with a half-assed parking job pulls over the lot. Must have been in a rush. Rolling my eyes, I squeeze into a parking space that isn't being hogged by the trailer. I cut the ignition and in the ensuing silence, scan the shrouded area for anything unusual. As I watch a silhouette emerges from a door, framed by the light from within. But before I can warn her, Marina springs from the motorhome to run for the shack.
Hey, wait! It's not safe!
Like this. Without pulling the key from the dash, I launch out the door and after Marina. Why the hell do we always end up running? Oh my god, this looks like the beach. The figure towers in the entranceway. Kicking up gravel, I screech to a standstill right behind Marina. Marina keeps jogging in place, unable to distract herself from the inevitable any other way. As my eyes adjust, his features materialize. He stares at us for an uncomfortable period of time, the bill of his unwashed baseball cap asking his eyebrows, making his stoic expression even harder to read.
The woman's bathroom is closed.
Oh no. He points to a paper taped to the door, the words "out of order" scribbled on
I
marker.
checked.
His scratchy voice rings with a slight twang. Dried food stains sit splattered on his tank top, his flannel unable to conceal the ripe stench. I have to force myself to not look away.
I can't hold it anymore. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
Relax. Just use the guys' bathroom.
What? Is that even legal?
Dunno. Probably. Just use it. I'll keep watch.
The man interjects, his eyes still fixated on us.
Don't worry. I wasn't too bad this time. It should be cleared out.
A disgusted groan slips out of me. I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that.
Well, if you say so.
Kind of a yikes. Without a second of hesitation, Marina races past the man and into the restroom. Her voice echoes from within.
Whoa! Is that a trough? I thought they were just a myth!
I look at the man and shrug while awkwardly laughing off Marina's comment. Why is he still here?
So, is that your truck?
It's a predator! His serious expression morphs into a wide grin, showing off his sickly yellow teeth, each about as cracked as hanging off the walls. Wiping his nose with the back of his hand, he leans up against the old soda machine.
Well, yes, actually. Yes, it is.
He deepens his voice, letting the tone sway up and down. Can't tell if he's trying to be cool, seductive, charming, or just has a case of vertigo. Either way, I don't think it has quite the effect he's going for.
Well, technically, actually, the trailer belongs to the company I work for. But the truck, that's 0 to 60 miles an hour in 10 seconds.
That's kinda creepy.
That's all me, sweetheart.
He looks at me straight in the eyes, emphasizing sweetheart. I struggle to keep down the bile climbing up my throat. Dude.
Oh, that's nice. It's very,
Try to think of a compliment. Something that'll take that conversation somewhere else. Anywhere but there.
It's very red.
Nailed it.
Red on the outside, sure. But I promise
Oh my
you,
God, what the fuck?
that interior is pure white.
I wonder why it's white. He winks.
Bro, what the fuck am I looking at?
But for Marina, I would have driven off screaming into the night by now. I'm gonna have to take a shower once we get to the arches.
In fact,
Get a weapon! Isn't stopping? Why isn't he stopping?
maybe you and your little friend want to see why.
No,
they
shut the
call
fuck
me-
up. He slams his elbow against the soda machine. Nothing happens. Cursing it. Under his breath, he does it again with more force. This time, a can tumbles down. The momentum sending it rolling out the cash and across the asphalt.
Pickup truck?
What the fuck?
Marina, are you almost done?
Almost!
You're right about rest stops, Cramps. Why didn't I listen?
So how about it?
No, fuck off. Presented with the option of feign ignorance or bash his head against the wall, I choose to feign ignorance, but only by a smidge. For Marina's sake.
Golly, mister. We really appreciate the offer. But we already have a set of wheels.
Please let that work.
I understand.
Thank God. The trucker sighs and wipes the sweat from his brow.
Besides, I'm pretty busy as is. After I finish this run, I'ma find myself some treasure.
Wait, what does that even mean?
What do you mean? Oh no.
Treasure?
Yeah, you know, that gold that miner left lying around.
I
It's all
already
over
have
the
a set of
radio.
wheels.
Like she already has a truck, she doesn't need to be in his truck.
I may have heard a thing or two about it.
Great, another weirdo looking for the treasure. Just what we needed.
It's on my route, so I figured why not?
Marina prances out of the restroom, restored to her old self.
All done. You two have a nice chat?
Get the fuck away. I look at Marina, then the trucker, then to his truck. Yet another despicable idea whirls into my head. One that goes beyond picking on Mariah or leaving to her. Slash his tires!
We had a really nice talk.
Really?
Says it like even he has trouble believing it.
Sure did. In fact, I
I have to go check on something in the RV real quick. Why don't you take up where I left off and talk with good old...
What's your name?
The boys on the road call me Jumbo.
That is so cringe.
Jumbo? Like the elephant? Oh god.
That is so cringe. To Marina's terror, he bears his greasy smile. She backs away and half shields herself behind me, her voice softening to a whimper.
Amber, I don't think I want to talk to this guy.
Shut up. I block my lips with my hand, lowering my voice to a whisper.
I know, but just try to keep him distracted. I won't be long.
Oh yes, I will put my friend in the danger of getting raped just so I can slash this guy's tires.
I'll be right back, you two!
This is truly Fivehead. Playing up the act, I skip across the lot and back to the motorhome.
Wait! Amber!
I fight back the invisible tears. Your sacrifice is for the greater good, Marina. It won't be in vain. Yikes. I swing open the RV's door and rush to the nearest drawer, rummaging through until I find what I need. Screwdriver. Perfect. Hey, we're eliminating the competition. Exiting the motorhome, I sneak over to the big rig, tiptoeing so I'm not spotted. The driver's side provides sufficient cover, hiding me from the trucker and Marina. I bend down and take a knee on the gravelly concrete. With a screwdriver in hand, I unscrew the tire's valve stem. Once it's off, I take off the screwdriver and insert it into the hole. The air seeps out with a steady hiss as the tire withers. How are they not here? Jumbo and Marina's conversation carry across the lot. Even from here, I can almost feel the spit spray from his mouth as he tries chatting with Marina, with the exact same tactics he used on me.
There is one kink that their truck has, though.
He pauses. I cringe, bracing for the incoming punchline.
It has a lot of thrust to it when I use the brakes.
Marina manages to squeeze out a stifled laugh, though it sounds more like uncontrollable sobbing. Jumbo does the same, unleashing his crusty laugh upon the earth. Sounds like he might hack up an ashtray. Keep the screaming inside, Amber. Resist the urge to repeatedly run him over with a motorhome. You know, maybe you just should. I scurry from tire to tire, deflating them until my mission has been accomplished. No. You leave, like, 2 tires working so that he actually gets somewhere, and then he derails and dies. Sticking the loose caps in my back pocket, I emerge from the shadows and run back to Marina. Just in time, too.
Marina's a pretty name. It sounds like it could bring flowing water and moisture to anywhere.
Who wrote this
Even
shit?
a barren wasteland like this. You know, I have a similar talent.
Alrighty, I'm back. Time to go, Marina.
What the fuck?
I grab her shoulders and push her away from the trucker. My sole focus now is getting us out of here.
But we was having so much fun.
Yeah, sure you were. Cold chill shoots up my spine, causing the hairs on my back of my neck to stick up. We walk faster.
I'm sorry, Mr. Jumbo, but we're in a bit of a rush too. We appreciate the conversation, though. Ain't that right, Marina?
She swings her head back and forth, mouthing no over and over.
Well, maybe we'll meet down the road sometime.
Pepe laugh.
Then we could have even more fun.
Pepe laughs. He starts laughing again. Our feet move even faster than before. His laughter echoes across the lot and bouncing off the nearby hills, growing louder until it becomes all I can hear.
Run. Don't look back. Just run.
I'm trying, Amber!
I push her harder. Our feet finally pick up enough momentum and we scramble for the motorhome, the cackling now sounding closer than ever. Marina reaches the RV first and leaps inside, immediately twisting to lock her door. Wait, what? Oh, I guess this side. I jump in next without bothering to clip in my seatbelt or even check the rear. The engine roars to life and I slam on the gas pedal, leaving a plume of exhaust behind as we screech onto the road. When I'm sure we're safe, I let out the biggest sigh of my life. Gravity is lighter, the air conditioning is pressure. Life is a gift. A hard force repeatedly hits my shoulder, shattering my zen-like appreciation of existence.
Stop leaving me with weirdos!
Marina swings one last punch. This one hurts the hardest.
Jerk!
Sheesh, that hurts!
It's for the greater good, Marina.
Good.
I might deserve it. Just a little, though.
You think?
I rub my shoulder trying to soothe the throbbing. It's a surprisingly hard punch for such a tiny girl. I mean, you're basically the same height. Marina flings herself back into her seat and pouts.
Why did you even leave anyway?
He
To
said
eliminate
he was
the
after the
competition.
treasure, so I decided to conduct some secret ops.
Grinning, I dig into my back pocket and pull out the caps. It takes a few seconds for Marina to register what I've done, but when she does, she joins me with a goofy grin of her own.
You're so sneaky, Amber.
What if he dies in the desert? I toss the caps out of the window and take a sip of my coffee. It's cold now, but drinking has never felt more satisfying.
But, Amber?
Or he gets hitchhiked, and then he preys on the person who hitchhiked him. You know, you just don't know butterfly effect.
Can we never go to a rest stop again?
Maybe she has unleashed more evil in this world. This is why she should have just run her over. Or run him over. We ended up spending the night in a department store parking lot. There are plenty of rough stops, but those are off the table. Permanently. Like usual, I woke up pretty early and got us on the road again. Even after waking up briefly, Marina passed back out until we were in Moab. Moab's the quintessential outdoorsy town. It's built alongside the Colorado River, winding through a canyon. Every other store sells rafting supplies or hiking gear or camping equipment. Even some of the houses are made to look like log cabins and other rustic architecture. You can see tall forested mountains from any part of town, but it's not entirely out of the distance. It's a time of morning where most people are on their way to work. There's a disgustingly large amount of traffic. It's obvious why. Shovels and pickaxes stick out of truck beds and cracked open porcupine quills. At a glance, I'd say 3/4 of the people contributing to our glacial pace are prospectors, which means I don't have any room to complain. After watching the next light change 3 times, but still not reaching myself, I sigh and pull into a nearby diner. At first, I was just planning to grab some coffee and a bagel, something from when Marina wakes up. But with her trademark perfect timing, I hear her climb out of bed right as I turn off the RV.
We there? Is this Arch's?
She stumbles up to the front, still looking mostly asleep. I don't know how she can still be tired. She must have gone 10 hours.
Close. We're in Moab. Arches is still a few miles up the road.
Oh, why'd we stop?
'Cause I'm hungry, and traffic's practically stalled. It could be lunchtime before we get there.
You were just gonna eat without me?
Even through her grogginess, she sounds shocked and offended.
I was gonna grab you something to go, but I will eat without you if you don't get ready fast.
Meanie.
Yeah. Complain about me once you're dressed.
You can see the start of a smile as she turns back to get ready. I inspect my nails while I wait. A few minutes later, and she hops up front like the Easter Bunny, chipper as ever.
It's like your energy is stored in your outfit or something. You get dressed and wake right up.
How long have I been wearing the same clothes? Marina puts on airs.
I don't know what you mean. I'm always cheerful and alert.
Uh-huh. Did you know that you snore?
Oof. Her pretense has dropped in a flash.
Do not!
You do.
I lead the way out of the RV.
Loud. Like an elephant seal.
Marina blusters about for a while, I just wait by the door laughing. She makes a humph noise as she passes by me, crossing the parking lot. Still, she holds the door for me as we go into the diner. There is a seat yourself sign up near the front, along with a stack of menus. I grabbed 2 off the top.
Do you need a kid's menu? With the crayons?
I need to make a lot more jokes. Just teasing her more, but her face lights up.
Oh, they have those? Yeah, give me one.
Mentally face palming, I also take a coloring sheet and a couple of crayons. You find a booth by the window near the middle of the restaurant, between a family of 4 and a couple around our age. It might be the only empty spot in the whole place. While I look over the breakfast specials, Marina eagerly begins coloring. She's got a dark green, 2 shades of red, a blue, and a yellow crayon. Of course, they're worn down to being practically round on the bottoms, which makes it hard for her to stay inside the lines. When I shift my legs, I accidentally bump the table with my foot, causing a large streak across the personified egg she was coloring.
Oops, sorry.
Bruh.
It's okay. What is it they say? There are no mistakes in art, just happy accidents?
That's a PogChamp moment.
Something like that.
Foggers.
Why green?
Do you not see what I'm coloring here? Sam I Amber?
I groan aloud. You know, I didn't really read that book. I groaned aloud at our full joke. I'm saved from more of them by the arrival of the same waitress who greeted us. Her white uniform is stained with jelly and ketchup, and who knows what else.
Can I get you girls something to drink?
I gotta backtrack.
Oops, sorry.
It's okay. What is it they say? Do you not?
Can I get you girls something to drink?
I'll have some chocolate milk, please.
Choco. Her already questionable maturity suffers another blow. Laura. With the crayons in her hand, I'm not sure I can stand to take any more hits.
And for you?
Just coffee. No cream or sugar.
Wrong with chocolate milk, huh?
You got it.
When she walks away, I nudge Marina with my foot.
Chocolate milk? Seriously? Are you
Dude,
8?
Fuck off. Mimicking my voice, Marina shakes her shoulders.
Black coffee? Seriously? Are you 40?
Boomer.
Hey now, I like the taste of coffee itself.
And I like the taste of milk itself. Just with chocolate.
Wait, this is so weird.
You're a dork.
But you love me.
She shouts back in a sing-song voice. I know what she means, but it still causes a small lump to form in my throat. I swallow, trying to pretend that she didn't hit a little too close to home. I watch her while she goes back to coloring human breakfast hybrids. Her lips are pursed in concentration, and there's a little gleam of white as she bites the edge of one. Wait, I know what I'll do. I'll save this, and then try it out later. Wait, what? She bites the edge of her lip? Seems she's really focused. Surprisingly, she mostly manages to stay inside the lines of the pictures. Rather than trying to use the dull tips, she switched to flat round ends, using the edge from one position. It's kind of working. Oh, I see. Without looking up, she starts to chat again.
So, where do we start looking today, Captain?
Oh, you finally acknowledge me as captain then, huh?
I figured you deserve a turn. Just this once.
Thanks. I'll try not to let you down. Anyway...
You said you think it's by one...
Anyway, I have no idea.
You said you think it's by one of the arches, right?
Well, yeah, but that doesn't really narrow it down.
It doesn't?
Nah. Have you ever seen any pictures of the park?
A couple, I guess. I don't know much about it, though.
Well, they named the park after the arches since there were so many of them. Probably hundreds.
Seriously?
Yeah, some are more famous than others. Let's see. There's Windstone Arch and Double Arch. Those are some of the more famous ones. You've probably seen pictures of those, even if you don't know it. But there are a ton of lesser-known ones too, and for all we know, the treasure could be at one of them that doesn't even have a name.
So we're screwed.
Probably. But that doesn't mean we're giving up.
Marina nods in satisfaction. You read my words with the slice of blue hamsters fish coloring.
I don't want to lose twice in a row, so I figure we'll go and look around and see if there are any clues. Maybe watch what other people are doing and thinking.
Marina logs along, but she has a zoned out look that tells me she's not really listening. Rather, she seems to be staring past me. I turn, trying to figure out what might be attracting her attention. There's nothing some other groups eating. I make awkward eye contact with an old lady right beside us, and I quickly face forward.
Hello? Inspecting the walls?
My words seem to break the spell.
Huh?
You totally spaced out there.
Oops, yeah. Sorry, I just started thinking.
Before I can ask her what about, our waitress returns. Our drinks are balanced on a tray alongside a few other guests. Marina's chocolate milk comes in an enormous tin cup that's the size of my forearm. There's an entire pot of coffee for me. She sets them down on the table between us.
You girls ready to order?
Whoops, I haven't looked through the menu once. I flipped through it real quick, settling on a standard meal.
You good?
Marina nods.
I'll have the gentleman's breakfast with bacon, eggs over medium, and sourdough toast.
Who orders eggs over medium?
And for you?
I'll have the chocolate chip pancake platter with scrambled eggs.
You want the kids' meal or the regular?
I choke on my drink as I laugh and feel Marina's foot crash against my leg. Whimpering at that and the dribble of coffee on my chin, I massage my shin underneath the table. Marina frowns at me and the waitress gives me a strange look. Then the typical angelic expression returns as Marina places her order.
The regular, please and thanks.
We'll have that out for you pretty soon.
Once again, she heads back to the kitchen, heels kicking against the tile floor. When she's out of sight, Marina begins a flurry of kicks to my shins, though these ones aren't hard enough to hurt. Scurrying backwards in my seat, I draw my legs up closer to me.
Rude! Rude, rude, rude!
Come on, you were asking for it with the food and the milk. The waitress asking that was just the icing on the cake. The pancake.
It's not my fault you sophisticated adults don't appreciate chocolate like I do.
Hey, chocolate is pretty highbrow, not gonna lie.
You have a bigger sweet tooth than anyone I've ever met. Seriously, how many cavities have you had?
None. I brush my teeth twice a day, every day. The last time I went to the dentist, he said my teeth were so shiny he could see his reflection in them.
Hey, you don't have to flex on us.
And when was that?
She thinks about it for a minute.
Maybe 3 years?
That doesn't count anymore then.
When was the last time you had chocolate milk?
I have to think about that. I don't drink a whole lot of milk to begin with, and as for chocolate.
Maybe when I was a little kid. I don't know.
Amber, you poor, poor thing.
She slides her giant cup towards me, some sloshing over the sides in her haste.
Try it.
I mean, chocolate, coffee, milk is basically just a mocha. Dredges of milk surround the brim of the cup her Marina is sipping. Across from me, she waits, looking eager. I'm surprised she's not bouncing like normal. Indirect kissu. After sighing exaggeratedly, I pick up the cup and down a large gulp, trying not to think silly cliche thoughts about indirect kisses. To my surprise, the drink is really good. It's got a deeper
profit.
It's got a deeper, rich flavor than the stuff you get in jugs at the store. I didn't tell that they made it themselves in the kitchen. Wait, so it's like actual chocolate milk. So it's like hot cocoa. That's pretty pog. It's not overwhelmingly sweet. In fact, it's perfect. I told you chocolate is highbrow. Damn, I don't know if I'm disappointed or not. Giving her the satisfaction of being right, my pride aches. As I push the cup back towards Marina, she receives it with a sly smirk.
So?
He draws out the word, already knowing my answer.
It wasn't bad.
That's all I'm willing to concede. She She laughs and takes another huge sip. After setting the cup down, she has a thick milk mustache on her upper lip. I watch with inappropriate fascination as her tongue comes out and cleans it away. Marina grabs the sheet she was coloring and then pushes that over to me as well.
Wanna color something? While you're acting like a kid and all.
I roll my eyes but snatch away the crayons that she offers. Most of the pictures, all of them breakfasts with faces and dated outfits, have already been colored in. Is this like a sausage party? There's a stylish looking piece of bread with a dress and a wig that's still blank though. I color the dress with a green crayon as slightly as I can, and use the lighter shade of red for the hair. When I'm done, I hold up the page to show Marina.
It's you.
Oh. Well. She leans in.
Huh?
The colors. Look, you're toast.
That would be a little more subtle. She collapses backwards as my pun physically wounded her. She shakes her head and looks down while I crack up.
That was even worse than Sam I Amber.
Uh-huh. You better step up your game some.
Please,
yikes.
stop.
I don't plan to. The only thing that saves her is the arrival of our waitress right then. That's pretty fast service considering how busy this place is. Frozen microwave food. Keeping in style with our oversized beverages, the portions are enormous. The plate that Marina's pancakes are served in on is so large, it looks like an piece of shield back in medieval times. The pancakes form a tower that's probably half a foot tall. Why can't our restaurants be less skimpy? My own meal arrives on 4 separate plates, though they're all smaller than Marina's. I have to scramble and move our drinks around just to make room. There's hardly any empty space.
Can I get you girls anything else?
Marina shakes her head, but I look down as I mumble.
Can I get a glass of chocolate milk, please?
As the waitress departs yet again, I glance over, prepared for the inevitable teasing. Instead, Marina just stares at her food, dumbstruck.
Maybe I should have gotten the kid size.
That reminds me of getting kid-sized pho. I finish about half of my meal before the dismay sets in. There's no way I can possibly finish this. Most people I know couldn't eat this much food in one sitting. Just take it to go. Every bite is a struggle. Marina's faring similarly. A plate of eggs is nearly untouched, just because there's so much pancake to work through. To go. You're on a trip, to save it. And I can tell that pancake fatigue, that feeling where you get halfway through them and then realize you're sick of pancakes, has long since set in for her. She cuts off a bite, looks at it for a while, and then sets her fork down.
I think I'm done.
Yeah, you and me both.
The largest plate I have consists of a mess of potatoes, cheese, and bacon, with eggs laid over it. And then, of course, there's the toast, fruit, and sausage, which each got their own smaller plate. I'd have ordered from the kids' menu too if I known this was how it would be.
I don't think I'll ever want pancakes again.
Just get it to go! For once, I don't have any snarky remarks. Anyone would be sick of them after what she just went through.
We'll get some boxes to go. At least we'll have food for a week now if we ever get stranded.
Exactly, why are you eating the thing? After our waitress brings us our bill and styrofoam containers, we head back out to the RV. Looks like traffic hasn't gotten much better in the 45 minutes that we've been out of it. Cars are still pressed bumper to bumper. Sidewalks are also full with swarms of pedestrians making better time than the traffic. I wonder if it's always as busy or if people are just deciding not to drive. Once we're ready to go, I take us over to the edge of the parking lot. As expected, the constant stream of cars makes it impossible for us to get out. I'll watch impatiently for an opening in traffic, but can't see one for miles.
Oh, come on!
I press my forehead to the steering wheel. We've been sitting here for minutes now.
Is
Wow.
there another exit we could use? Onto a different street?
I look and check the mirrors, but don't see anything. The edges of the diner's property are surrounded by a cream-colored fence.
Nope.
Marina begins to sigh, but that quickly turns into a sound of surprise.
Amber, look!
She points past my face and out the window. An older lady in a little hatchback sedan has stopped to let us out. The two of us wave at her as we finally lumber onto the road.
Yay! I'm glad somebody.
What?
Amber, look!
Nope.
Amber!
Oh, they're still in the parking
I'm
lot.
glad somebody.
Yeah. Still a long way to go, though.
The long line of cars extends as far as I can see, but before it finally goes out of sight right there.
Why do you think it's so much busier here than the other places we've been?
Arches is one of the most popular national parks. Like, when you think of parks in the US, you think of Arches and the Grand Canyon and Yosemite, that kind of thing. So I think a lot of people will be at those big spots.
Think it'll be like Shiprock again?
What, with the megaphone and law enforcement?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Probably not. These parks are a lot bigger and more spread out. Way harder to have people watching. The only option would be straight up close.
And then you have horrible people who sneak in and out of bounds anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Who would ever do that?
Nobody we know, that's for sure.
It's okay. Once we're filthy rich, we can make a donation to the canyon or something.
Let's just buy the canyon and pay to have everything reconstructed.
I mean, like, how many spots of treasure are there anyways? Like, they already found one and they got some gold. Like, is it just the same amount every time? Like, that's not even a lot of gold.
Perfect.
Like, how much richer can they actually get? It takes a while, but we finally make it past all the stoplights. After that, it's still slow going, but at least it's steady. Maybe 15 minutes past crawling through town before things start to pick up. Still a couple miles away, I can finally see the exit from the park itself. Some people continue past, staying on the highway, but most are in line for Arches. At least there's a whole lane for people like us. Traffic is congested like my nose in winter, but the end is in sight.
May as well get comfy. We're gonna be here a while.
Taking my advice, Marina leans back and props her feet up on the dash. Her dress bunches up by her knees, leaving most of her legs exposed. Well, I'm sure that's what she likes. I sneak a few guilty glances from the corner of my eye. If I didn't know better, I'd think that all the skin she shows was intentional. But it's Marina, which means she's not even conscious about this stuff. Or me, for that matter. I wonder if she knows that I'm into her. To distract myself, I grab the box of tapes. I kept the music off earlier so that Marina could sleep.
Wanna pick this time?
Sure.
Why did the music stop? Standing in her lap, she begins to rummage through the bin. Pretty sure that she knows all the music I have by now. I've listened to every tape at least once, and I have an okay feel for what she likes and what she doesn't. Sometimes she taps her fingers to the beat or hums along what she likes while we're listening to. If she doesn't, she flat out ignores it. The one she settles on is an album of instrumental folk songs. Very stereotypical Western sounding. It's a little high energy for just sitting still in traffic, but that's alright. It's better than nothing. We just listen to the music, which I've cranked up loud while we wait. The album is nearly half over by the time we make it finally make it through the park gates. Beyond them, traffic mercifully lets up some. Not because there are fewer cars. There are more cars than rocks to be seen. But a lot of those are pulled off on the shoulder, crammed into parking lots. Nearly every inch of pavement that doesn't have a car in it has a person instead. Also, there are different trails and forks in the road, so not everyone is going in the same direction now. Being able to drive without having to tap the brakes every couple seconds is a relief. A pickup truck towing a trailer pulls off the shoulder ahead and back onto the road, so I take a spot. Putting in park, I take a swig of stone cold coffee.
Wanna grab the pamphlets?
We snag a couple of brochures back at the diner. They don't have a whole lot of info, but they're a starting point. Marina retrieves them and spreads them on the table like puzzle pieces. Alongside them is a journal. Its spine has lost all strength and the pages flop around.
So, the journal says that it's buried between two things.
Right, but something out of the way.
Bring out the windshield into the expanse beyond. There's a lot that could be considered out of the way.
It'd have to be something memorable, or else he'd come back and have no idea where to go.
Was he planning on coming back?
And anything memorable is probably gonna be something popular, right?
Exactly,
Maybe
yeah.
you're just not brain dead and he will notate it. She flips through some of the pamphlets.
Exactly.
And anything memorable.
Exactly, yeah.
They all have the same information on the same landmarks, just with slightly different pictures.
Wait.
She is about to toss one of them, but catches my eye.
Hand me that.
Marina passes over the brochure, and I turn to one of the inner pages. It has only one picture and a longer paragraph of text. I read aloud.
One of the most famous landmarks in all of the park, Double Arch is a fan favorite. Recognizable for its two elegant curves. Double Arch can be accessed via a short hike and is open to exploration.
I'll hold up the flyer so she can see the picture. It's of two huge arches of stone, connected at one side but otherwise perpendicular to each other. She snatches it out of my hands for a closer look, nearly cutting my fingers. Well, I guess I didn't expect for all these people to be here. Or to even know where he was putting it, so I guess he wasn't too concerned.
Oh my god, you think it's between the two of these?
That makes sense, right? You definitely remember how it looks. And it...
No.
That makes sense, right? You definitely remember how it looks. And it's kind of out of the way.
Papers whiz past my face as Marina hurls them backward, and she points forward.
Choo-choo, full steam ahead!
Wee woo, wee woo. Throw the RV back in a drive and pull out onto the road again. There were signs everywhere for Double Arch, so we don't need the map that we got at the gate. We passed signs for other landmarks too, some with pretty weird names. There's a parade of elephants, for one thing, which is in the same direction as Ham Rock. There's even a phallic-sounding rock simply called the Organ. All of those are down exits we don't take. Instead, we soon end up in the back of yet another traffic jam. Marina stares out the window as we creep along. Where we are right now is nearly indistinguishable from the highways we spent so much time on. There are a few actual arches around, but none distinct enough to get any real attention. Inch by inch, we advance down the road until we finally come to the parking lot for Double Arch. The only problem is it's totally full. Not just busy, but packed. Every parking spot is taken, with a few cars jammed into empty space that's clearly not meant for that. Like lice, people swarm up and down the arch itself, visible even from the road. At least this time it isn't off limits.
Looks like everyone else had the same idea.
Don't sound so glum. We can still go take a look.
If we can ever find somewhere to park.
If there's so many people around, why would there
that
not?
is a pretty big if.
Why would it not be gone already? What are they even looking at? The entire caravan passes by the parking lot. There's at least a dozen cars behind me too. I mean, if that many people are already looking at it, it's probably not there. It's just an arch. It's not that big. There's a caravan?
Yeah.
If we can...
Yeah.
Maybe a half mile up the road, we come across another lot.
Up for a bit of walking?
Yeah!
I quickly take one of the remaining spaces. There are a few openings here. Looks like most people weren't as willing to walk as Marina is. Some of the cars behind us pull in too. Are we gonna find Mariah again? We opt to leave the metal detector and other equipment in the RV for now. If we see anything that looks promising, we can come back and grab it. The walk back up to Double Arch doesn't take long, and it's nice to be outdoors again. We have to stick to the very edge of the road to avoid the stream of cars flowing towards us. Seems there's more than a dozen behind us after all. There's a short hike from the Double Arch parking lot to the arch itself. It's an easy one when we don't even break a sweat. Up close, it's obvious that there aren't many people just here just to see the sights. Almost everyone is carrying a shovel or other tool. There's a pair of park rangers watching, but they don't seem to be intervening at all. They just slash against a wooden fence, looking to defeat it.
Can you imagine how big of celebrities we'd be if anyone here knew we found this shipwrecked treasure?
I whisper as quietly as I can to Marina.
Right? I was thinking about that earlier. I kinda wanted to show off, but that's probably not a good idea.
Like anyone would believe us anyway. But you don't want to have your face all over the New York Times as one of the girls who found the treasure?
Being in the local newspaper is on my bucket list.
You're aim big, Marina.
And my friends from school would totally have a heart attack when they found out. But don't they always say to keep it a secret if you win the lottery?
Yes, or you will die.
Yeah. Otherwise, people will never leave you alone. You'll get all sorts of messages from people you used to know or long-lost relatives.
I have enough not-lost relatives to deal with. Plus, I don't want to get kidnapped and held for ransom or something like that.
Uh-huh.
What about you?
No way. I'm just gonna quietly retreat into one of my 3 mansions when all this is over.
Oh, you're only gonna buy 3?
Yeah, gotta save the rest for my 14 new motorhomes after all.
I feel like they are massively overestimating how much treasure there is.
Do I get to drive one of them?
Why not? But you could buy your own, you know.
No way! I'll just come bother you if I need one.
We've gotten as close to the arches as we can. A mob of sweaty people stood thick for us to push our way through. There are dozens of people sweeping over the dusty ground with metal detectors. Like, there's not a bunch of area to cover, like, there's no way it's here. Hanging back around the edge, Marina smelled quickly.
Yeah, this is a bit of a mess.
People jostle and push each other out of the way. It's hard to believe anyone's actually prospecting so much as they are just trying not to lose their spot.
Maybe we should come back later?
I don't know if it'll be any better later, but maybe.
I guess. Though if the treasure is here, I feel like someone would have found it by now.
Exactly. Just like back at Canyon de Chelly.
You know, this must have been going on for a few days now.
Yeah.
Look for something else. All the enthusiasm she had just a minute ago when we were joking around evaporated in the desert sun. A rock skips past my foot as she kicks at the door. I poke her and she yelps in surprise.
Hey now, I'm not saying we give up. I'm just saying we regroup and strategize. We can go see the rest of the park in the meantime. Didn't you say you've wanted to see this place for a while?
Yeah, I guess.
It's obvious that she's still bummed, but there's nothing I can do about that. Once we're back in the motorhome, we leave the busy main road ASAP. It's been a while seeing the sights from our air-conditioned comfort. Wow. Enjoying a national park through your motorhome. Marina's mood improves steadily throughout the day, counteracted only by our growing hunger. As we pull back into Moab, we're both ravenous.
Wanna just heat up our leftovers?
I'd have a microwave.
Guessing that's a no.
Switch breakfast.
I'm not ready for pancakes again yet. I need a day or maybe a week.
Let me know if you see somewhere you want me to stop.
That's approaching evening. There aren't any more massive traffic jams running through Moab. We can cruise through at a steady pace, just like when we first got into Arches. Until I slam on the brakes.
You're kidding me.
Marina had been slouching, but bolts up right at the sudden stop.
What happened?
Just a few feet ahead in the parking lot of the diner we had this morning is Mariah's motorhome.
Look at that. It's them.
Well, you're the one who told them, like, where it is. I point and Marina leans forward. When she recognizes their RV, she grins.
Should we go see them?
What? No way! That's extra reason to avoid that place.
But Amber, maybe we could see about teaming up for the treasure here or something.
That'd never happen. Mariah would rather lose every time than have our help. That'd never happen. Besides, it's not like...
Please.
Are you giving up in my head? I give Marina one last touch.
Please.
Besides, it's not like...
Please.
Seriously?
Yeah, even if we don't team up, it'd be nice to see them again.
Not sure if nice is the word I'd use.
Despite my muttering, I flick on my blinker and change lanes, pulling into the parking lot yet again. Like this morning, it seems pretty busy. I have to park next to Mariah's RV because it's the only open spot large enough. Marina skips out and towards the entrance while I trudge behind her. It doesn't take long to find the trio, even amongst all the eccentric people that the hunt has drawn. Their questionable fashion sense stands out. They have a large table near the back, bigger than the one Marina and I ate this morning. Joseph and Tess share a bench while Mariah's spread across the opposite side. It's probably supposed to look sultry, but it comes across more like a bench is devouring her. When she sees them, Marina scurries to the back, hand raising. I bring up the rear, so slow.
Hey guys!
Tess and Joseph both wave, the latter smiling when he sees us. Marina was surprised for a second, but then scowls and goes toward the wall. The feeling is mutual.
Hey, imagine running into you two here. Just get into town?
Nope, we've been here all day. We actually ate breakfast at this place this morning.
Yeah, you're always a couple steps behind us, I guess.
Mariah's glare is stonier than the arch itself, but of course she keeps looking at the wall instead of us. Joseph laughs though.
Here, let's break bread.
Oh. He and Tess scoot down the booth, making some room which Marina promptly fills. Oh no. I'm left next to the smoldering fury that is Mariah. She moves her leg just a little, but enough for me to sit down.
Thanks. Sorry to barge in on you guys like this.
It's no problem. More the merrier.
I hope you don't expect us to cover your bill.
Groaning, Joe puts his hand over Tess's ears.
Would you at least try not to be a pain in the ass between the hours of 5 p.m. and 6 in the morning? It would make my life a lot easier.
And covers Tess's ears and gives us a blank look.
She's right, though. There's no way we can afford that.
We had to dine and dash for breakfast.
So what about you? How long have you been here?
We got in around lunchtime. Spent forever and a half stuck in traffic, though.
Sounds worn out. I wonder if Mariah ever lets him drive. Or makes him.
Us too.
We got in around lunch.
Us too. We were gonna look around Double Arch, but it was too busy.
Yeah, we took one look at it and just kept driving. Didn't even want to try it.
Sis said anyone who bothered to get out was a
You weren't supposed to hear that!
I told you, this girl hears everything. Anyway, we were thinking about heading back this evening. See if it maybe cleared out some.
Oh boy.
We were gonna do that too. I was telling Amber that we should see if maybe you guys wanted to team up and we could look together.
Hell no!
Two of us look at each other. It seems that all that we never ever agree on is not sticking together.
No offense to you, Joe. Just didn't wanna... you know.
I trail off, trying to think of an excuse that didn't want to deal with Mariah. Which is the truth. Joseph just laughs and waves it off.
Nah, I get what you mean. Don't think Mariah would be too fond of splitting the goods either.
Marina frowns, but back up after just a second. Soon a waitress comes to take her order. Marina and I are careful to order meals on the smaller side, just sandwiches and fries. On the other hand, Mariah's orders comes with a bunch of requirements as to what can and can't be on it. By the time she's made so many substitutions and extras, it hardly resembles the item described in the menu.
So, I can tell you ladies that it's not at the Parade of Elephants, and Delicate Arch was a no-go too. Think we might try Skyline next.
Good luck, I guess. I wonder how many of those the miner would have known about, though. Pretty sure this park wasn't founded till after the gold rush.
Joseph shrugs.
Amber knows a lot about these places. She's like an encyclopedia.
I can feel my face flush like always when she praises me.
Not really. I just know bits and pieces.
Still, something to be proud of. Aren't too many girls your age who care about anything that happened more than 5 years ago.
It's really nothing special. I just spent a lot of time on the road when I was younger.
That's so.
I appreciate his leaving it as an open-ended question rather than prying. Marina looks at me eyes wide, probably to see if I'm gonna cry or something. I try to be nonchalant.
Yeah, until I was in middle school. My grandpa used to drive me all over the country.
Sounds like a fun time.
It was. He,
Wait. Guess there's no point in hiding it. Plus, Joseph has this kind of disarming air to him. He exudes calmness.
Passed away a little while ago. Still a little.
I tap my throat, hoping they get some point across. He does. Just nods.
I'm sorry for your loss. I know how hard that can be.
Thanks.
Marina's eyes flick between me and Joseph. She must be pretty worried. So I force a smile even though I can feel the growing glumness that shows up anytime I talk about Gramps.
Meeting this dork has helped a lot, though. Thanks.
I'm sorry for your...
Thanks. Meeting this dork has helped a lot, though.
Augers. I jerk my chins towards Marina. A little shocked. I could have been talking about anyone else.
It's been a while moping around before that.
Family is good.
I blink. It's so easy to forget she's there.
Yeah, definitely.
I hadn't really thought of it before, but Tess seems to be in a similar situation I was. Growing up on the Bill and all. I'm curious how it happened, but I won't ask. No advice.
Yeah.
Far off look seeps onto Joe's face. He stares out the window like he's gazing at something 100 yards away. Mariah glances up at him. For a split second, if that, she even looks a little concerned. That's right back to business as usual.
Yeah.
Family.
It's been a while moping.
Family is...
Yeah.
She leers over at me and shoves herself back into the conversation.
So what are you going to do?
Huh?
When all this is over?
She gestures around.
Dinner?
No, dumbass! I meant the treasure hunt! Forget it. I don't actually care.
Don't know yet. Mare and I have been kind of talking about that.
She's gonna buy 3 mansions.
Yeah, that. I'll have plenty of time to figure stuff out in my mansions.
3 of us chuckle, but then the conversation trails off. Tess and Marina are working on coloring Tess's menu. From what I can see, he has different characters than the one this morning. They look like they make a good team. Each of them work on separate pictures, but switch from time to time.
Yeah, that.
So Marina will color the hair on one character, and Tess colors the clothes. Despite not talking at all, they don't ever get in each other's way. Joseph also observes from above, smiling slightly. He's usually the one to play with Tess, so it must be nice for him to company. On the other hand, like a jug of milk, Mariah's mood seems to be getting more and more sour. I don't know what she's mad about this time. Maybe something happened before we showed up. Or maybe it's because we showed up. Either way, she had to have memorized every single detail of the wall she's been staring at this entire time. She doesn't look up until her food arrives a little bit later. It's a good thing we have a large table because there's still hardly any room left once all the plates are set down. My sandwich is so big it takes 2 hands to hold. And I have enough fries to sustain Ireland for the winter. When Marina picks up her sandwich, all the ingredients pour out the back. She quickly gives up trying to reconstruct it and just uses the knife to hold its head. Watching the other 3 is amusing too. Joseph chews with slow measured bites, whereas Marina attacks her meal again with honey. Across from her, Tess is cutting up chicken tenders with surgical precision. Marina catches me staring and smiles at me covertly. Seems she knows too. Do the subtle facial changes. Mariah is the first to finish eating. I'm just a couple bites behind. That's embarrassing. Oh, Mariah. She wipes her face with a napkin, then finally looks at me.
Where are you two staying?
Could be an innocent question, or it could be a trap.
Around. We'll find a parking lot somewhere.
You thieves are gonna have a late start then.
I guess. Don't tell me you planned ahead and got a campsite.
Don't be stupid! Of course not! Like, that's not what I meant!
I scoff as she backtracks to keep from insulting herself.
What I mean is, there's no way they're gonna bother checking every single permit. There's too much going on right now. Just pick a nice spot out of the way, don't make trouble, and it'll be fine. Like that, don't be...
I guess.
You thieves
around. Well,
you thieves are gonna have a late...
I guess. Don't tell me you planned ahead and got a campsite.
Don't be stupid! Of course, like, that's not... What I mean is, just pick a nice...
Joe flatly stares at Mariah.
Easier said than done.
Just pick a nice...
Easier said.
Good luck with that. I don't want to take the risk.
Be illegal like the guy on a short hike. On foot, if you're trespassing and get caught, most of the time I'm just getting run out. But I don't want our license plate getting written down or something. If we were to do what she suggests. Mariah shrugs.
Suit yourself. Don't say I didn't never try to help you.
Didn't ever.
You ever camp here before, Amber? Sounded like you know the place.
Long time ago. I don't remember a whole lot. Just good at remembering names, I guess.
Useful skill to have.
Yeah. Used to be before we'd go anywhere. Gramps and I would research the place we were going. History and stuff like that.
You sure learned a lot of useful stuff from him, huh?
Yep. Always wanted to make him proud. He used to say I was a real chip off the...
My words catch my throat. Not because I'm emotional, but because I just realized something. Remembered it, rather. Mariah and Joe know it too. I know Mariah's eyes lock, and she bolts up on my words. The other two look confused.
We're leaving!
We chip off the block. The food! Oh my god, wait, that animation! Mariah sprints for the door without paying, and I nearly yanked Marina's arm out of its socket and run to the exit. Others died and turned to watch us, but I barely noticed them.
Amber, what the heck?
Bruh, at least pay. Her voice is shaky from being jolted
I know
around.
where the treasure is.
I yell behind me as I turn to look, and I see the trio exit the restaurant close behind us. Joe's carrying Tess on his back.
I know where it is.
I say it again to assure myself. We reach the motorhome seconds after Mariah and her crew reach theirs. I practically curl Marina up and into her spot before I leap into my own. Not even bothering to buckle up, I hurry towards the road. Less than a minute and we're already falling behind. I watch Mariah's taillights as she speeds up the road, horn blaring to scare away the cars, and fortunate enough to be in her lane. I'm going as fast as I dare to, worried about cops like lurking around one of the bends in the road. But I can't let her out of my sights. There's no room to pass yet, but I have to watch my opportunity.
What are you...
With one hand, Marina clutches the headrest bar of her seat. Then she leans over and past my face, nearly causing me to swerve from shock.
What are you...
She grabs my seatbelt and buckles me in. Then she does the same for herself.
Okay, now that we're at least not gonna die if you hit something, can you tell me what exactly is happening?
She sounds a little frantic and a little curious.
Okay, so do you remember Balanced Rock?
Wasn't one of the places that we visited earlier today, but it's one of the spots that's on posters and in lots of the ads.
I think so, or at least hearing about it.
There used to be another really famous rock right next to it. Smaller, but a similar shape and everything. They called it Chip Off the Old Block.
What do you mean, used to be?
I was getting to that. A long time ago, like 50 years or something, it fell. Now you can't even tell it apart from the rest of the rocks on the ground.
50 years. So that was...
Her eyes go wide in understanding, a fact which I look away from her eyes' rear opinion.
So it was still standing when the miner came through!
Yeah, exactly. I'll bet you anything he hid the treasure between Balanced Rock and what used to be Chip.
It's just intuition. I'll look over again and smile at her, only to see genuine admiration and awe on her face. Her eyes are wide and her mouth slightly open. Like always, I can't look at her for too long, or it starts to make me uncomfortable. Nothing I've said or done is that impressive. Even Mariah knew about Chip. But instead of singing my praises again, she just faces ahead with a little smile. Then her face crumbles up.
Amber!
I see it.
A semi has begun pulling out into the road ahead of us. There's no passing lane, so I can't get around in that way.
Damn it!
I tap the brakes and stop to stop and wait for him to get on the highway. Ahead, I can still see Mariah, but just barely. A few of the cars between us have exited, but her lead has grown. This jazz is nice. Sax solo. So I make a quick, reckless decision.
Hold on to something!
What are you?
I don't wait for her to finish her questions, and she grabs onto her seat as she asks. Oh, me. Confused. To answer, I yank the wheel to the left into the other lane, even though it's a no-pass zone. Headlights far ahead are speeding towards us, maybe a quarter-mile away. Oh my god. Getting closer. A concrete barrier prevents me from going any further to the left. I smash the gas pedal to the floor, putting all my weight on it. This is really just not it. Marina begins in mode with dread of the oncoming car. It's a wordless sound, or maybe the start of my name. Actually, go get him! Get the treasure! Go! Hurry! My heart is in my throat and I can feel the beads of sweat on my forehead. One slides down in my eye, but I can't wipe it away. Or even with the semi now, who seems to be stopping. He probably noticed me and is waiting for me to complete my elite pass. The car ahead of us is close enough that I can see it in our headlight beams. It's a maroon SUV. They're braking as they approach. But I'm so stealthy and I'm so fast that I can't stop time even if I wanted to. Like a missile, we shoot for it. I'm at least double the speed limit right now. We come even with the front of the semi, which is hardly rolling. The SUV has come to a complete stop, but there's barely any room between it and the semi now. And suddenly, we're past the cab of the truck. I wrench the wheel to the right, hard right, throwing us back into our own lane. We zoom past the stop SUV, who gives me a well-deserved horn play. The bassy sound of the semi's horn also booms past us. But it doesn't matter, because we're okay. We didn't die. The need to breathe hits me, and I realize I've been holding it in. I sigh, adrenaline still coursing through.
Oh my god! Amber!
Whew. Her voice cracks and she starts to laugh. Hysterically. I do too, laughing away the anxiety of the last half minute. It felt like much longer. It's not entirely over yet.
Don't get too comfy.
Her hands shoot back to where she was hanging on.
Uh-oh.
Just ahead, Mariah still has a lead, but it's shrinking quickly. I wonder if she saw how I caught up. Jamming the gas pedal down again, I start to narrow the distance even more. She takes the exit for arches just a few seconds ahead. We blaze through the entry point, flashing our passes at ranges we barely have time to check them. Even in the darkness, there are lots of people on the sides of the road. I wonder if anyone else has had the same realization we did about Chip. Mariah's starting to gain ground again, so I mash the accelerator farther down. But her motorhome is newer than mine, and it's hard for me to keep up. I'm gonna beat her. I'll have to do it soon. Oh my god. I check to make sure that Mariah's still holding on tight. She is. Just a few feet behind Mariah's RV, I illegally swing into the other lane yet again. Oh man. This is even more risky because of the way the road curves all over the canyon. An oncoming car could round a bend and completely blindside us. Hope that doesn't happen. By pushing the RV to its absolute limits, I'm able to break even with Mariah. Looking over, I can see a wild flare in her hair, in her eyes, hair disheveled. Her expression changes to one of shock when she notices us beside her. I relish in the look of disbelief as I nudge the wheel to the right. Pass. There's a god-awful scraping as the motorhome brushes against Mariah's. Her eyes as well as Marina's widen. Seconds after we pull apart, Mariah's vehicle lurches towards us. And again, there's a sound that makes me want to rip my ears off. I fight to keep control of the motorhome and stay on the road. Awestruck bystanders watched as we passed by, but I hardly registered them. Still neck and neck, we continue toward Balanced Rock. Through insane luck or divine intervention or something, the road ahead is clear. I won't try to shove them off the road again because they're in a steep drop-off that could actually be fatal. But I do have to do something to gain an edge. Just arriving seconds before it's nothing. Sign visible for just a split second informs us that there are 5 miles to Balanced Rock. Oh, so much talking! What might have been an error for an exit has been scuffed to eligibility. Maybe that's our chance. Up ahead, barely illuminated by a flickering lamp, the road splits into 2 directions. The sign in the middle is smashed and folded in on itself, probably the result of reckless driving. One of these paths leads to Balanced Rock, but I don't know which. Ah, I'm willing to burn Mariah doesn't either, though. From Marina's window, I can see Mariah shoot me one final death glare before they rocket off down the exit. We stay on the other branch, though I'm back in the proper lane now. Just gotta hope it's the right branch. As I start to calm down yet again, I realize my legs are shaking. Marina cranes around to watch Mariah's vehicle, which is quickly disappearing into the murk. Once it's fully out of sight, she turns back to me, her face as white as her knuckles.
You okay?
Guilt stabs me. I may have seriously traumatized her. It's 2 incidents, within minutes of each other. After taking a deep breath, she unclenches her fist.
Can we never, ever do that again? That was insane. Super insane. Like, oh my god. I thought I was gonna die. Wait. Did we die? Am I just imagining this now?
I don't think you could imagine stuff if you were dead, kid.
That's the kind of thing a dead person would say. Like in that one movie, where it was all about that guy who could talk to dead people, except...
Fine. I'm 90% sure we're not dead then.
Okay. 90%. That's not bad. And being a ghost might be kind of cool too. You could spy on people without them ever knowing.
I'll keep that in mind if there's ever someone I want to haunt.
Our voices are shaky, even though our conversation isn't serious. I keep checking the rear view, expecting to see the headlights of Horizon approaching vengeance, but so far we're in the clear. Each passing minute that we don't see the rock itself, though, makes me worry that we took the wrong turn. Right on the verge of turning around and telling Mariah, another sign suddenly looms up in front of us. We've reached Balanced Rock. Hey, get fucked. I slow down as we approach the parking area. While not empty, there are far fewer people here than there were at Noir's earlier today. A good number of them look like they might just be sightseers, since they're standing around talking and looking at the stars instead of searching. Parking is easy since there are a lot of open spaces. When I stand up, my legs wobble. I stumble, grabbing Marina's shoulder for support. She smiles at me, but doesn't say anything. No more jokes to crack. Oh my god, it's been a whole hour. It's time to get serious. We grab our equipment and hurry out into the night air. Solid ground feels foreign after the rock-hitting motorhome. This must be what it feels like to return from a voyage at sea. Marina, the landlubber, doesn't seem to be having any trouble now that we're not barreling along the highway. The spring in her step has returned, and I worry that she's going to bang the metal detector against the ground as she half walks, half skips. Some of the other people watch us go, but no one follows or says anything. They probably assume we're just next in the line of failures. A line which must be pretty long, given how much trash and misplaced earth there is around here. Pangs of guilt remind me yet again of the broken brick at Canyon Deshay, and I make my umpteenth resolution to be more careful. There's a broken brick. Just ahead, Marina's come to a stop. Head tilted back, I can tell she's admiring balanced rock. Certainly an impressive view. Are we in the same place? Someday, I'd like to take her back to all these places we've gone, but without the pressure of the treasure hunt rushing us. Just taking the sights. I slow my steps a little so I can keep watching her from behind. Maybe sensing me, she spins around and waves.
Hurry up!
Yelling even though I'm close enough to hear her at normal volume level. Pick up the pace once more.
So where was Chip?
Over there, to the right.
There's a large stone wall besides the balance rock itself, with a short slope between them.
It was right at the edge of that little hill. Over there, to the... It was right at the edge of that little hill.
So where that pile of rocks is now?
Yep, that's the spot.
Can't tell that there used to be anything here, but I've seen pictures in the atlases scammed around, or the history books you like to read.
Yep, that's the spot.
So...
It was right at the edge of that...
So where that pile...
Yep.
Compared to balanced rock, chip off the old block looked tiny, but it was actually a decent size. There's a pile of stones at that base that are probably Chip's remains. They're indistinguishable from the rest of the red rocks, though. Some are as big as my head or even bigger. It's hard to tell if anyone else has picked through here, but since there aren't any shovel marks or holes, I'm guessing not.
Where do we start?
I think for a moment.
First, let's get the easy stuff out of the way. You go check that side with the metal detector, and I'll check this one.
We sweep over the ground between the hill where Chip once stood and the massive stone wall beside
it. Okay, that's pretty much what I expected.
I lean my metal detector against the wall and go back to the pile of rocks.
Just check over the places that I uncover, okay?
Marina nods, holding her detector at the ready. She reminds me of a surgeon about to perform an operation. I roll aside some of the rocks with my feet, but most are so big that I have to stoop down with my hands. I have a shovel. There are more of them than I thought. Soon I'm sweaty and sore.
Do you want any help?
Nah.
Panting.
Just keep scanning.
She does so, dutifully retracing my steps. Still nothing. After a couple minutes, I stand up and take a swig from my water bottle. I'm glad I remember to bring them this time. Marina sets down her metal detector to do the same.
Do you think Tess and them are okay?
Why wouldn't they be?
Don't you think Mariah's gonna flip out when she realizes she took the wrong turn?
Probably. That's her fault, though.
What if they find it and you guys don't?
Not like you would have let her go down this side of the road.
Hey, I did what I had to do.
Uh-huh. But you're never going to do that again, okay?
If we get the next treasure too, I won't have to.
When we get it, you meanie.
Right.
When we get
right.
Only one more to go after this. One more frantic search and then...
Right. If we get the next treasure...
When we get it.
Right.
There's only one more treasure place? Or is she talking about...
Right.
I drain my water bowl and crumple it up before shoving it into my pocket.
Break's over. Back to work.
I pop my back and resume moving rocks out of the way. I've been working from the outer edge of the rock pile inwards, since I'm more concentrated in the center. Like a shadow, Marina continues to stick to me going where I go. Nearly 10 minutes of uninterrupted shuffling past. By now, I'm expecting Mariah to have caught up. We can get here soon. But she never arrives. Maybe she just gave up. Or she found it. Although, knowing Mariah, that's just wishful thinking. I've just finished moving a torso-sized rock when it happens. Oh, let's go. The metal detector begins to chirp, right in earnest. Marina and I exchange a look, and I nod.
I'll get the shovel!
So leaning up against the wall by the second metal detector, Marina grabs it, starts back towards me, and doubles back to her, just set her detector aside as well. I move to take the shovel from her, but she holds it away, shaking her head.
Nuh-uh. You moved all the rocks.
Yeah, but I...
She frowns at me, and I can tell this is an argument I won't win.
Okay. Be careful, though. Don't throw out your shoulder.
I know what I'm doing.
And she stabs at the ground like she's wielding a salad fork. It bounces off with a jolt.
You need to go at it with more of an angle, like you're trying to slide it into the ground.
I move behind her and adjust her arms a little. Her shoulders are damp with sweat, though I'm drenched with it. She tenses up when I first touch her, but relaxes almost immediately. It's enough to make me self-conscious, though, and I take a quick step back.
Sorry.
I'm mumbling.
Oh, no, you're fine. You just surprised me.
Ooh. Foreshadowing. Her voice is higher than usual.
It's okay. You should have it now.
Nodding, Marina jabs at the ground again. She scoops out a little bit of dirt and dumps it aside. Watching her dig is painful. Either the ground is hard or she's not strong enough to make fast progress. Whatever the reason, it's slow going. But she refuses my repeated offer to take over. So with my hands on my hips, I watch as the hole very slowly gets deeper. She reached a depth. She reached a depth of maybe a foot or so when the shovel bumps against something that isn't her. Why, it's only me. I stoop down and brush a little bit of dirt away from the shovel blade. Sure enough, I can feel rough wood just under my fingertips.
Is it?
The music gonna change?
It is.
Now she forces the shovel towards me.
I don't want to mess it up.
Okay, now the music's changing.
Okay. Look out.
She steps back a couple feet, but leans forward to watch. I scrape at the dirt around the spot that we hit, trying to find where the edges are. Once I reveal one corner, I start to dig off thin slices of dirt next to it. Soon the outline of the whole box is visible. Hey, let's go! I hear Marina sucking a sharp breath. My heart is pounding with the same cautious excitement I felt at Shiprock. Hardly feels real, yet. Well, there's only a 10% chance I'm dead, and it isn't. I lift the box out of the ground with the blade of the shovel, and Marina plucks it off. It makes a familiar rattling sound as she moves it. How did they find the Shiprock one again? It's like somewhere weird, right? The dikes? I don't know. I'd hold a dirty finger to my lips.
Not yet.
Looking back towards the parking lot, I can't tell if anyone has seen us. Seen us dig and find the treasure.
Don't say anything until we get back to the car.
She's a quivering leaf of excitement, but she manages to keep her mouth mostly shut for now. But not before hissing at an excited Amber. I just smile, hoping that I look calm. Marina cradles the box on the crook of her arm like an infant, doing her best to keep it hidden from onlookers and head back to the motorhome. She carries a shovel in her free hand while I have both metal detectors. I don't even notice the soreness in my arms. That's not the first time. The excitement of sitting down in front of the sealed box envelope is fresh and new. This one feels heavier than the last one, and it rattles less. Like there's not as much empty space. But if it's just rocks, kinda sad. Without being asked, Marina retrieves a screwdriver and hammer that is using to smash the locks. She sets them down in front of me, but I offer them to her.
Care to do the honors?
You sure?
But she takes them.
Yeah, why not?
Her face lights up with a look of happiness that was worth more to me than gold. If I'd known it was that big of a deal to her, I'd have let her do this back at Shipwalk. Takes her a couple of tries, but she bashes the lock off without even damaging the rest of the box. She looks to me to open it, but I shake my head.
That's all you.
But she shakes her head too.
We work together to find it, so we'll open it together.
She places her hand over mine, guiding it to the lid.
Ready?
Yeah.
She maneuvers my hand to flip the box open. It's full of dual-colored nuggets, like a moldy fast food meal. Oh, it's actually gold! I take one out, bouncing on my palm and feeling the heavy softness that's almost familiar by now. Then I pass it to Marina, who treats it with her usual reverence. She gently sets it back into the box and smiles.
We're pretty good at this whole treasure hunting thing, huh?
Is everyone else just like stupid? I shut the box and nod.
Yeah, we're not bad.
Let's go. Even when the box is closed, it radiates a heavy aura, and that's almost intimidating whenever I come near it. I place it in the drawer and seal it away, sigh of relief falling.
2 down, 1 to go.
Oh, so there's only 1 left? Oh, I didn't know that. Why is there only 3?
Whoa, there's only 1 more piece left?
I think so. There's only some experts writing about historical relevance after the next entry.
Oh, so it's each entry is 1. Well, I wasn't really paying attention when we were reading it. Flopping down on the couch next to Marina, I take a sip of my coffee and flip to the final entry of the journal. Marina glosses over the page, a hazy look forming in her eyes as she soaks it in.
I can't believe it's almost over.
Yeah, it's weird that it hasn't even been that long.
The motorhome goes quiet, the buzz of the generator humming in the background.
Well, it's not over yet. We still gotta figure out where it is, and then there's still the search.
It's been only been less than a week. I think Marina's enthusiasm is becoming infectious. She simply nods, not just gazing into her lap.
Well, let's see what it says.
After several days of travel, I believe I have finally arrived at my first destination. It is well known I have an astute eye for locations. After all, this is how I found my precious bounty. So it is no mistake that I easily found the perfect hiding place within this valley. First destination, though? I arrived on horseback at the blistering peak of noon. Looking for shelter from the coming night, I began noticing something different, something distinct. Crimson. All of it. Shades lighter than pink and darker than blood. The color stained it all. From giant unmovable stones to the griniest of tiny grains of sand. It was as if the land had absorbed the sun's heat and reflected it outwards. Even at sunset, the cave I settled in emanated a bright red glow that speckled out. So everything is red. Right. Blah blah. That night, as I laid on the ground, watching the flames of my fire shoot up to the cave's roof, I wonder if there were more places like this out on this unsettled land. During my travels on the trail, I was too preoccupied with preparations to observe the world around me. And now that I've achieved success, maybe I shall. It would be a shame if my superb observational skills went to waste. I was never certain about the other locations, and considering how many giant rocks, canyons, and arches are in this country, most of them were probably just a fluke. But this is unmistakable. Vivid and breathtaking imagery of the constant illusions of the flames, most importantly, the heat. Death Valley?
He hid it in the Valley of Fire.
Okay, Marina snaps back to attention. My conviction pulling her back from Marina land.
Are you sure?
Positive. There's no other place it could be.
Oh.
She might as well shut down my momentum with an elephant gun.
Oh, that's all?
Yep.
No. Ooh, what's that? A place always on fire?
She narrows her eyes to an unimpressed squint. If they could shoot lasers, they would be right now.
Amber, how dumb do you think I am?
I didn't say you were.
Always on fire, really?
Now I feel dumb for saying it.
You probably should.
Ouch. If her enthusiasm is infectious, then so is my unrelenting realism. It's corrupting her innocence.
By the way, what's the Valley of Fire?
Well, maybe not too infectious. Massaging my scalp, I shake my hair, hopefully creating enough new wrinkles in my brain that will help explain this.
Alright, so take a whole bunch of rock, sand, and dirt, okay?
Okay.
Now make most of it red.
Was that pause intentional?
Now make most of it red.
Oh, it was. My explanation is met with a vacant stare.
I swear, it's a lot cooler than I'm making it out to be. It's just kind of hard to explain without pictures.
Don't worry, I believe. Sounds awesome. Where is it anyway?
A little ways into Nevada.
Nevada?
Her knees bounce, jolting the table.
Are we even old enough to gamble?
There's more in Nevada than Vegas, dummy.
Still, isn't that pretty far?
The next state over?
That might work to our benefit. I'll need to check the map again, but I think we'll be passing by a place I want to check out.
Her voice brightens.
You actually want to go sightseeing?
Don't act so surprised. It's not like I was gonna make a straight shot for California before I picked you up. Besides, I think you might like it.
Oh, she does like virtually everything.
It's a place called Zion.
Oh,
It's a national park here in Utah. I hear it's a hell of a lot greener than the places we've been through. I know we're in a rush, so we won't stay very long.
She's gonna burst from excitement. I still can't resist messing with her. It's cute.
But I guess if you don't think we can afford the time... But I guess if...
I expect her to throw herself at me, hug me, squeeze me with all the energy and happiness she usually does it with. But she doesn't. Saying perfectly still, Marina takes a single breath and gazes at me with a smile.
I've been surrounded by desert all my life. Seeing green for once would be nice. I'd love to go with you, Amber.
Sounds kind of grim. And settling hollowness expands in my chest as I realize I don't know how to deal with a serious Marina.
Oh. Alright then.
She doesn't answer. Eyes now closed, arms folded in her lap, the empty, cooperative smile more forced than ever.
Well, there's still a lot of hours left in the day. I'm not sure if we'll make it in time to check into the campground, but we'll be close enough that we can do it in the morning if we leave now.
Marina nods. We scooch out of the booth and walk the 10 awkward steps to our seats, strapping ourselves in. Wait, what? I just saw that. I switch on the ignition, the RV snorting into being. I reach for the cassette player, then look to Marina, already lost in her thoughts as she stares at the window. I don't have the heart. No. I don't have the courage to snap her out of it this time. Sighing, I bring my hand back without pressing play and pull the motorhome into drive. It's too bad, too. I think I'm really starting to like Marina's hugs. Hours and several cups of coffee later, we've arrived at our destination. Or at least close enough to easily check in the morning, yet hit enough to not get towed. Marina looks through the window, but her eyes drift back over to me, then mine to hers. For one drawn-out second, our eyes are interlocked, petrified by the other's stare. Then, time continues. Our heads swing in the other direction, so fast it takes my mind a few moments to catch up. The side of her cheek I can still see is flushed. Once in the rearview mirror, I find mine on her too. I grip the steering wheel. Then, cautiously, without turning my head, look back to Marina. She notices. Our eyes connect again. Flush, rinse, repeat. past 4 hours have been excruciating, especially while fighting the urge to throw on music. I want to give Marina the space she needed to say what she has to. Give myself the space for what I need to say. It's just... Again, Marina looks. I jump. We blush. Never the right time. Deciding I've had enough, I hop out of my seat and stretch. Marina follows. I grab my mug from the holder and drag myself across the scratchy carpet to the sink. A small jolt shocks my finger as I reach for the faucet. The mug slips from my hand and crashes onto the counter, splashing coffee everywhere.
Crap. Let me help.
Marina springs over and reaches for a kitchen rag, but I swat down her hand and grab it just as she does.
Don't worry.
Now we're forced to look directly at each other, but there's no blushing this time. I nod and pull away the rag as our fingers slide down the fabric.
I got this.
She stares down at the counter. The spilled coffee trickling onto the floor with a steady drip.
Oh.
Without another word, she slouches back to the couch.
If you give me a sec, I can set up the bed.
The bed's metal frame slams down with a loud clank that vibrates underneath my feet, followed by the couch cushions swishing past me, landing on the other side of the motorhome.
For ya.
Damn. Whatever, I'll deal with this in the morning. I toss the rag into the sink and head to my room, hesitating in front of the slider. Please don't let it end like this.
Amber.
What's happening? There's a pause. Several times I hear small gasps like she's about to speak, but they all just melt in sighs.
Good night.
Night.
My hand balls into a fist, my fingernails clawing deep into my skin. I step into the room and shut the slider behind me, immediately throwing my face onto the pillow. I can feel my heart pounding as I roll onto my back. Lying there, twisted up in my sheet, just keeps beating, never settling down. Managing to lift myself up onto my elbows, I look at the picture next to the slider. The one with the vinyl sleeve. I still remember how his hand felt against my head, and the bony joints of his fingers, how the calluses massaged my scalp. For such a breezy old man, it's amazing to think just how strong and confident his love was. I let my hand fall back against the bed and rest my forearm over his face.
Oh, man.
Over my face.
What am I gonna do, Gramps?
Are we like depressed that the journey is ending? I don't know. I'll just still watch over. But finally, I can stop. Oh my. My throat is so sore. But you know what? This has been pretty fun. Got some nice little moments, some strong characters, some nice music. Oh, I guess that's it. Well, anyways, thank you for whoever joined this very long stream, and I'll see you in a day or two. Cool. I don't think we'll finish next time, but maybe. See you later.